What is your beef? Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome. I'm joined by Joe and Perp. Okay.
Hi,
Perp. How's it going?
hey Max, and hey Joe. What do you know?
Hey,
I was really sleepy, and then I just got some hot tea. Got some stuff to. Someone else is popping in too. What the hell is that noise?
Oh my! Look at this. So everyone's showing
I
off.
tried to think of a topic. I only thought of this topic the last 10, 15 minutes. Oh, shoot. Hold down the fort. Something's leaking again. And what happens is we just got the floor done, and my old fridge. Hold on. Let me put this up here. My old fridge leaks sometimes, and I don't have money to get a new fridge right now. So I got to go towel the bottom of so it doesn't leak into the basement. Oh my goodness.
Sell some VHS.
How dare you? How dare you say that? How dare you say that? No. I will go wipe it up. All right. There's so everyone knows where. I'll be right back. Don't go anybody.
Oh yeah.
So
did
they're
you see
saying
what James
stuff
Gunn-
about Doctor
did you see-
Doom.
So did you see what James Gunn said on Twitter, Joe?
I did
About-
not.
Because he's
Yeah,
not on Twitter anymore.
I don't really go on Twitter that much.
Okay, so apparently James Gunn said something in regards, basically saying about how the DCU is different. He doesn't want it to be the same type of storytelling, so to say. So he was good talking about that, and I thought it was a really interesting interview that he did. I retweeted about it, and he also talked about the Rick Flag Senior and how it's connected to intertwine with the DCU.
Oh yeah. I saw those videos too. Yeah.
I'm looking it up now.
You know what's gonna happen?
There are something
You know
going
what's
on
gonna
that's way
happen?
more important though than DC versus
I will
Marvel.
tell you what.
I'm so glad I
what's
came
gonna
to this
happen.
stream.
This is
So
way more important.
Superman is already made, right? They already made Superman. They're going to cancel DCU, James Gunn's DCU, and they're gonna put the Batman as the main DCU, and Superman will be part of that just because they
No.
already.
That will not happen.
That won't happen. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they already said
100%
they
fine.
want continuity.
Wait,
so they
before we dive
they already said
there's an
that
emergency.
Did
that
you guys
must
hear about
be-
Luca
Penguin
and Sergeant
is-
Rock?
Wait, guys, time out. RJ's got something to share, so go on.
Yeah,
RJ.
me too. Crazy
It-
Joe, did you know Sergeant Rock was written by Boner?
Boner, Andrew Koenig, the son of Walter Koenig.
No, Boner. Okay,
He's
so
been dead for like
Celine
10 years.
Song's Past Lives. Celine
Yes.
Song directed Past Lives. Past
Yes.
Lives was kind of like based on her story and her husband who wrote Challengers. So if you look at Past
Oh,
Lives
God, you
character,
and the
the
Challengers.
husband is Boner. So Boner wrote Challengers, and Boner is gonna get rock hard.
So RJ wants to say something.
Rock
Yes,
hard
yes.
boners is what I walk into
Think
when I
about
get
it,
back
Joe.
here.
This
It's
is
bad
an
enough.
about this.
emergency.
Boner is
that
writing
must be
Sergeant
addressed.
Rock.
It's bad
Joe.
enough it's a
Joe.
sausage party.
Joe.
We don't need rock hard
Joe.
boners
This is
on the street.
legitimately
Joe.
an emergency that must
Wait,
be
hold-
addressed.
RJ,
Go on. Let him say it. Go on.
Yeah, this
Just
is like
Just
Before we get
cut
into
off
that,
RJ.
Both
Whoa. Just before we get into RJ's wherever he's going and where you're going. This is members night. let's all thank our members that support this channel and keep it alive. It's really much supported, including the members who are on the panel. The link is in the community section. If you would like to join us, just please be calm, because if it gets too disruptive, I'll have to remove you, which I would really upset me because you're a member. But we would want to have a good time here tonight. But it is in the chat if you'd like to, or in the community section if you'd like to join members. And if you would be so kind, 99 cents is a way to support the channel. I made it very affordable. I had to. Oh, go ahead.
I thought I was coming onto a family show, and you're here talking about everyone's members. I'm sorry.
Members and boners is how we started this show.
I still have
Rock
not
hard
gotten Crazy
boners
Joe's
and the
reaction
members.
to boner writing Sergeant Rock as a rumor.
So before we dive deep into this stuff, I have to have a serious
Dive
conversation.
deep into boners?
Very serious conversation with Joe.
With
And mine wasn't? This is invalidating.
This is
Why
actually-
is everything addressed at me? Like, I think literally everything
No,
tonight is so far been addressed at me.
Joe,
what I wanted to ask Joe about is that we got devastating.
this is your intervention, Joe. Keep
No, we got devastating news this week about the future of the Muppets at Walt Disney World.
We covered that already.
Oh my God, RJ, you forget a time machine.
What? When you don't appear on the stream, you don't watch?
Yeah, the
we
world
covered this
stops
with
and
Joe.
now it has to start again when he
Well,
asked it to.
I didn't know. I'm just asking. Like, I wanted to ask Joe what he feels like can be
Well,
done. At this
I
point.
wanted to start a
about
hashtag. I want to
boner?
start a campaign to save it.
I mean,
Because I feel like Disney is trying to appease Muppet fans by like re-theming Rock and Roller Coaster.
Well,
but
that's been a long time rumor.
Yeah.
Smith scandal started. The long time rumor was that the Electric Mayhem's going to take over, and that's good news. That's very good news.
But it's not good news though, because what's going to happen to Muppet Vision 3D?
Well, yeah, but the Rock and Roller Coaster is good news. I think that it's not too late to save Muppet Vision. I encourage everybody to write to Disney Imagineering. Let your voice be heard, because there is plenty of room in Animation Courtyard that they could do both. We could have our cake and eat it too. You can keep Muppet Vision and still have Monstropolis.
Yep.
Like, you can have both. This is really silly. But if people don't let Disney know that they care, Disney's going to feel the apathy and be like,
how would you feel about them? I've seen this suggested. How would you feel about them releasing Muppet Vision 3D as like a Blu-ray physical media release or on Disney Plus?
I have an idea, Joe. It's great that you tell people to do this, but we have to have like an event to start this, to say, if you're available, I know you're a family guy. If you have some time on Thursday on Thanksgiving, we are thankful for Jim Henson's The Muppets, and do a little short stream to tell people what to do.
Well,
and we'll all start a letter campaign on Thanksgiving. Because I am thankful the Muppets exist.
I'd be happy to take part in that, but not on Thanksgiving, because I won't be home. I'll be in Virginia. And if we are going to do that, I would like to invite Chris from Muppet Stuff to join us, because
we should do that. All right, it doesn't have to be on Thanksgiving. Then we'll just say we're thankful for the puppets in the spirit of Thanksgiving or whatever.
But if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving with something Henson related, there's a great little movie that you can find on Disney Plus called Turkey Hollow. Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow. It's a Thanksgiving movie that stars Mary Steenburgen. It's about a decade old, and it's a lot of fun. I
wish I was a Muppet.
Max is behind in a couple of mailbags. I just noticed.
I was not. You didn't. I caught up. CJH. We did all of yours.
You missed out. Obviously, you did mine, but I mean, there's a couple of.
Okay. All right. I will do that tonight. Yes. Okay. Well, what were you going to say, RJ? Just about the situation. What are you going to recommend Joe do? He has a plan.
Well, no. I was just asking what Joe thought, because like, I see so many reactions to where it's like, on one hand, people are happy that Rock and Roller Coaster is being rethemed to be Muppets, and you can maybe turn that area into a Muppets area. But at the same time, I don't think modern Disney parks or Disney Imagineering, it's really the corporation. It's not the Imagineers, but just the Disney Corporation, I feel like, does not care about preservation of these classic rides or classic stuff, to where it's like, if you know your Muppet history, Muppet Vision 3D was like the last thing Jim Henson ever worked on before he died. So it's like it's something special for Muppet fans, and I just feel like you should try to preserve that experience as much as you can. Because I already got rid of the one in Disneyland California Adventure. Like that's like the last remaining physical.
I said the other day when we talked about this on the stream the other day that whenever you have to build something new in a theme park, you have a tough call to make. You know, there is preserving the legacy of what came before. There is respecting these classic rides, but you also have finite space and you have to make hard decisions. And sometimes classic attractions do have to close to make room. Universal is merciless. Universal will just tear down like you know, people will be like, wait, you're taking away Jaws? They're like, well, we need room for Harry Potter. Like they don't have any sympathy over at Universal. This is a tough one to swallow because they did have the space. Like, I mean, like I could, if there was literally no other space in the park, I could sit there and go, as a Muppet fan, I don't like this, but I get it.
Well,
that's not where we are, though.
The issue I have with them getting rid of potentially Rivers of America to build the villain lane, it's like, I get why you need the space, you want to put it in a certain area, but just like you're getting rid of something that like is part of the identity, you know, in a way. I don't know. It's just frustrating because I feel like oftentimes modern Disney parks and those in charge of the corporation side of that don't really care about preserving the original vision that Walt had in a lot of ways. And it's just very frustrating. That's just my thoughts. It's theme park stuff. I know no one else cares, but I mean,
I care.
You're talking about my neighbors, RJ.
It's different when they don't do a new Muppet project, but when they take something away that's there, it's like, and it's a great experience.
I'll tell you this: in 2 months' time, I will be in Walt Disney World, and I will be more than happy to check out Muppet Vision one last time because, you know, it's someone else
suggested.
With you,
Joe. You want to hold hands?
Are you going to come into the park with me? I mean, like,
hell yeah.
Do you have like an annual pass or anything, or it's a little pricey?
He's going to come in those big, you know, those big Raptor suits that are really light and like
and
they have a lot of air
head,
in them. Yeah, that's what he's going to come in.
And then the baby head, like
we're streaming it.
That would be great.
I can't wait. And we got to do Universal too, man.
I'm not going to be able to do Universal. Time wise,
the Fast and Furious ride is so bad, it's amazing.
Well, let's go around the panel, see how everyone's doing, because I want to check on my pal CGH2 now that the Muppets are indie. Maybe he'll like them because they're being erased. No, I'm just kidding. But before I praise James Gunn, I want to kind of discuss if he's a liar or not on a certain part.
Oh my god!
Because I'm reacting to someone's other video. It's really short. It's just a short. Okay, but how are you doing, CJH? CJH? Good, awesome. I was on Xbox the other day. I weren't there.
I was asleep.
I have a question for CGH.
Yeah.
I know you think Ang Lee's Hulk is an art house experimental comic book movie.
I thought I responded to your tweet.
I know. Do you have any other ones, in your opinion, that are like Ang Lee's Hulk? Experimental.
What do you mean, like
an experimental art house comic book movie, or do you only consider a Hulk to be the only one?
Oh, the like experiment. I mean, Joker.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, that's it. Carry on, Max.
Okay. Well, are you going to be on Xbox?
I mean,
this
there's
week,
a couple
CJH?
other. I was asleep. That's why I didn't answer though. But probably maybe. I mean, are we doing the Blair Witch watch party? We can. Well, whenever they release the
that's true.
As intended director's cut, I guess.
I want to do a little versus with James Gunn versus Feige with over the next few years of MCU and
but
DC.
If you want my opinion on DC, I mean, I'm
very happy for both, but I kind of think the momentum's shifted towards DC now. I'm really enjoying.
There's something wrong with your header. It just says, "Did James Gunn win?" He announces.
Whoops.
My God,
what did he do? Like, I was.
Did James Gunn when he announced the slate? Did he James Gunn?
I mean, do you want my opinion? I mean, everyone kind of turns it down when I mentioned DC.
That sounds like a
I think
Nina movie, Degrassi. It sounds like
I think the Batman still is
that's almost too.
what
That's almost
Warner
like AI
Brothers
built.
wants.
That's what
Because
you want.
especially after the Penguin. I think
That's what
I think
you want.
before I think it was up in the air before.
You're
I
a
think
Matt
after,
Reeves simp,
I think
just like you said
after,
I'm a Snyder simp.
I think after the Penguin, it solidified Warner Brothers'
No.
want of consistency, because that's what they mentioned after Joker flopped. They
So
where did it
Joker
flop
2
to?
flopped.
So wouldn't that be more evidence that they're just going to let them both run side by side?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause
they
one-
just
one tank will
announced
go to
that
the other.
the Authority
True.
is going to be an animated movie
It's the
instead
cover
of a
said
live
that.
action.
It's the Cavalrine. The Cavalrine's here.
I mean, even
All
if it's an animated movie,
I'm,
they're
I'm
still
glad
making
you're calling him the Calvarine, not
better.
Superman.
All I'm saying is that I think Warner Brothers has no confidence in James Gunn's
Maybe it's an
universe,
maybe
but
it's
they
an animated
already made the Superman, so they're going to use the Superman as
James Gunn is a liar.
part of their
Yes.
part
So
of
this is-
their
Well, can I just say something
part
really
of
quick?
their
Wow.
universe.
Ever since the other day, you're calling out all these YouTubers. I like this channel.
Here's
No,
my-
I'm not. I'm not
here's
calling
my
him out.
speculation.
Well, I am.
What
Here's my
RJ? What RJ?
speculation.
Don't ruin the short because this got fed to me by the algorithm.
No,
for
no,
some
no.
reason.
I
Film
was just
junkie.
gonna- I
I'm
was just-
calling you out.
I was
No,
just
you're not.
responding to
No.
what was being said. My speculation, if it's true that The Authority is going to be an animated movie, my speculation is that it's because James Gunn's probably going to be very busy doing something else. So, you know, The Authority is probably something he wants to write, but he probably doesn't have time to direct it. So it's probably something he's like,
I
Probably going to be a musical.
I think the goal is to get as many things in production as possible before he has to renegotiate his contract, because it's easier
But
to
they
keep
already
things
got a bunch
rolling
of
than
stuff in
start
production,
when you're
though.
negotiating.
But they've
I
already
think-
got a bunch of stuff in production. They got
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
stuff in
I
production.
would guess that the
problem
Authority
is,
How
would
much
be
more
harder.
do you put into
even
production?
Warner Brothers, even DC, even being the studio head, has still like it's still not enough for James Gunn. The man is a creative explosion, and he needs more out there. The guy doesn't stop. So I agree with Max. Crank him out there. He's got the freaking
Well, Swamp
the data
Swamp
to
Thing,
do it.
Well, Swamp Thing's
He's
going
got
to
the
take
memory
a second
space.
because James Mangold's got to do the Star Wars movie first.
Here
Or even
is
the
the
Bulls can
membership.
take a
If
second,
anyone
so.
wants to join for 99 cents, I am going to be pimping memberships because there's going to be some great things I'm doing in the next coming months. We're going for it on MME. You know, we're close to some goals. I don't even want to mention it because, you know, I don't want
Are
to.
you gonna make original members only videos?
I already do members live streams and members mailbag, but yes, I'm going to do other member stuff too.
Available.
I do more members content
know what I
than the
mean.
most of YouTube, I think.
You
I will
know
be
what I
real.
mean, like exclusive unlisted videos is what I meant. That
Maybe
only
I
members
could.
can watch.
Maybe. I don't know. I was going to do members reactions again. I was going to try to do that. I want to do more reactions with my new camera. All right.
I mean,
Can I have a segment?
Claudia
called,
knows what I mean. Anyway,
Can I have a segment called "Perp Takes Max Hostage" and you have to react to my trailers that I show you?
That is the members exclusive content.
Oh,
Actually,
okay, cool.
yes, you and Joe. Joe and Perp take Max hostage and make him watch shit.
Yeah, perfect. Love
Yeah.
that segment.
And there were I have to find the one that Joe made me do before, which I was really disturbing. What was that thing you made me watch,
Fish
Joe? That we
sticks or
reacted
something.
to?
Fish heads.
Yes, I did not release fish heads.
Yeah, that one needs to be released. That was like one of the best ones we ever did.
Well,
because
okay, so
We
you
did
say
the Goblin one
reaction-
afterwards too, the Metal Goblin one.
Yeah. It was
Yes.
like that one was priceless because like Max's reaction was gold. Like that would have been engagement like gold on this channel. I don't understand
What's
how
wrong with-
we're
I don't
a year
understand
in
why
and that
Max
hasn't
is
been
so
released.
against engagement.
And this is I subscribe to the Film Junkie. I know lots of people like Film Junkie. I haven't interacted with him much. I watched some of his content. For some reason, I clicked on James Gunn's a liar. I don't know why I clicked on that.
I wonder why.
You just couldn't help yourself.
But
He can't help himself.
when he announced his slate, remember that quote that he said some things of, you know, he didn't say it was a real reboot. He just said some things will change something. And then later on, when he goes everything but the Justice League, Lots
I
of things have
think
changed
Warner
since when he made
Brothers
that
doesn't
announcement.
want that, and I
Is-
think they want a clean slate.
Is the
Oh,
film junkie?
I kind of wish he never released that video. to
Is
begin
the
with.
film junkie the guy who stands up and like yells at the microphone?
Well, that's
Maybe.
technically me. I'm standing up all the time
No.
when I'm yelling.
I like Film Junkie. I actually, hopefully, I could get him on a Have You Met series for me because I know Rhea knows him already. I know RJ likes to frequent the. I know lots of
He
people.
absolutely dwarfs your platform. Get people that are smaller than you, Max.
I want to do both.
That's so weird.
Why is that weird? I'm going to shoot
Have
for
you
the
met?
stars.
Like everyone knows who he is
RJ
if he's in
has-
space.
RJ
The
has
Have
more
You Met
breaking
series,
news.
Perp, just so you know, is people that I don't know that well yet, and I've
That
made a
you
lot
don't
of new
know.
friends.
Oh,
Yes.
RJ has more.
I thought it was
breaking
for
news.
like, hey, community.
Well,
do you know this guy
no,
exists?
no.
Like,
That too.
oh,
They're
okay.
Yeah,
actually
for the
Fair
community, for
enough.
me, yeah, because not that many people. I mean, there's some people in our chat that go to Film Junkie, but you know, there's not everyone does.
That's
Like
true,
me.
King. It doesn't
Like
hurt
me.
to try. You're right.
I go
I'm
to
Yeah,
film
oh,
junkie.
See, Taladia goes everywhere,
There actually
which is great.
news. It's not a joke or a troll.
Well, hold on.
God,
We're
dude,
talking
can you
about
sound
James Gunn being
excited
a
at least?
liar.
Jesus.
Let's listen to this.
James
Breaking
Gunn is a
news.
liar.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, that's the guy who stands up.
This
and
is
yells at the microphone.
performative. This is bull crap. He
It's
doesn't really believe
great.
this.
He's
No, I'm
he's
not.
entertaining.
I'm saying no. He's just doing a bit. That's fine.
Yeah, he's doing a bit, right?
Well, yeah, because the Snyder Bros.
That's
don't
right.
like
You heard me.
anymore.
He's a liar. Pin
Yeah, dude. He's just doing a bit.
on
Yeah,
fire. Remember what he said about Peacemaker? Like when he was being interviewed, he talked about it like, oh yeah, you know, like Peacemaker season 1 is canon, except for that whole Justice League thing. We'll explain that in season 3, I guess, of Peacemaker.
Almost all of Peacemaker is canon, with the exception of just.
Ha! Ha! Is that where he was lying? We're like back when he originally announced
Maybe
the slate.
James Gunn is being performative there.
In the new season, if they really want to go back to that scene, all they have to do is just replace it with the Karen.
No, but
whatever the DCEU Justice League is, whatever it is,
or it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You can
You
just get
said
over
that
it.
months ago.
I'm
but
just saying.
It's just
I
Flashpoint.
think
The timeline
I think the
changed.
reason that he is being performative here, Perp. I think you're right. Is because things have changed since he originally announced the slate. Some things have yet to be this. Well, things are decided now.
If they change, it's definitely for the better. So I don't give a crap.
Can I oppose
give a
that?
crap.
Okay,
Change,
if this
it
guy,
changed.
okay, first of all, for all those people that are you a liar for changing your mind? Let's say he had an idea and now he has a better idea. You guys don't want him to use the better
No,
idea
I
because it
do.
would mean he had to change
I
a little
do.
bit of the plan. Come on.
I do realize too, even since he announced the slate, that so many things have changed that it's like there's no unfortunately, and I'm sorry, Joe, there's no reason to try to keep going.
I would be
There's
excited.
No reason to
I would
try
be
to keep
excited
Zack-
by him saying this because what
You
this
don't need a
means is that he
reason.
has a very detailed plan of how he wants to get the Justice League together, and it's not the way Zack Snyder did it.
But he kind of left it extremely vague when he announced this slate to ease it on to people. People were upset as it is, and that's probably part of the reason. And then he's like, "It's gone." This
Can
is
I
like
just
this is
say
different.
to
Yeah.
Joe, the only the one thing that kind of makes Flash not canon would be James Gunn wants a different Batman, not George Clooney.
Why would he need George Clooney? It's a different
That's
timeline.
how it ended.
Well, Flash is
Yeah,
no
in
longer
that timeline.
In another timeline, we saw in Flash that there's a billion multiverses.
Yeah, we
so it
saw
doesn't matter,
we saw
like-
Flash change the timeline. So
like,
they
and it's not like it was
But
one
that,
scene.
but
Like
that
it was
timeline had George Clooney as Batman.
Yeah, well, the
Well, here's
timeline
the
at the
easiest-
end of
that's
the movie.
timeline 2,403, and we're gonna be in
Right.
from like 1,000 down, so you don't have to worry about 2043.
here's the answer to you, CGH and Joe. Flash is no longer canon.
It is canon though.
No,
it is through the timeline.
no.
No,
It's
Flash,
the film.
Flash
it's
means
the
everything
film
is
that re-
canon.
It's
Everything
the
is
film
canon.
that reset the timeline.
Yeah,
Justice
Flash,
League.
everything
He
is
just
canon,
said
according to Flash.
Peacemaker with the Justice League. They're no longer. It's no longer canon. That part is no longer. He's really. I don't think anything with the Justice League before Superman. His Superman movie
Ezra
is canon
and
now.
Jason were the only people that.
Am I reading that wrong, RJ? I think the previous Justice
I'm
League,
excited
anything
by
that they did at that Flash, the whole Flash movie, everything else is no longer canon.
Well,
except-
in the Peacemaker scene, the only people that aren't placeholder shadows are Jason and Ezra, which means they could easily bring back Jason and Ezra.
No.
And leave everyone else behind.
I am I reading that wrong?
Probably Jason as Aquaman, probably.
Well,
but like,
personally, I wouldn't mind Ezra because I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought he did a great job, but I don't like, it is up to the people, and the people I think aren't down with that. But I would love Ezra back.
I need to hear from RJ and Taladia because they like DC. No, you all like DC, but RJ, am I reading that wrong? Once he said this, he's a cough. The Justice League part of Peacemaker is no longer canon, so the Justice League interacting with his universe that's moving forward is no longer canon. Am I reaching too hard on that? That's what I think
you're all thinking way too much about this because it ultimately doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Are you going to say they're not real?
RJ
Are you going to say
he
got the text from James Gunn?
Oh, yeah. So like,
go ahead, RJ.
He's not gonna disagree with what James Gunn has to say.
Why would he? James Gunn's right.
He's his own man. RJ's disagreed.
James Gunn is right. Canon doesn't matter when it comes to good story and good writing. Pick one.
It does. Actually,
no, it
sorry.
can be both. That's not fair. Perp. It can't be both.
Canon does.
Yeah, go ahead.
How about this?
Okay, explain to me why it matters.
Because, for example, in DC continuity, right?
In movies, this is an adaptation.
Yeah, let me finish my thought, right? Before you can jump the gun with me, okay?
That's what we gunners do.
Yeah, don't jump the James Gunn.
Okay, so all I'm saying is in DC continuity, for example, the New 52, it was a solid, hard reboot, right? Everything was fresh. This, I feel, is a soft reboot, but they're keeping some things.
No longer. I think this means it's no longer soft reboot.
That's not entirely true. The New 52 was not a full reboot. Batman kept some of his canon. Did he not?
No, it was a full. It was a
no,
hard
Batman
reboot.
kept his. Batman kept his. Batman kept the background of Long Halloween. Batman kept Joker's background. It was not. It was a soft reboot from the Batman side.
Okay, I want to say here, when he first presented the slate, he kind of proposed it. He kind of sold it as somewhat of a half reboot or soft reboot. When he's doing this cough here, with
Can you
any
get rid
of
of
his
that
characters
last,
that are,
get rid of that comment. There's a shitty comment
get
there.
rid of that. Yeah, I can't do anything about it.
Hold on, I'm trying. The chat was moving, so it's hard to get it.
Inappropriate.
Okay. Yes.
The
Okay.
thing is, though, at the end of the day, like the thing is that I know no one likes to hear this, but sometimes patience is a virtue.
No.
Just wait and see.
No,
how
this
they
is movie
explain
talk.
it.
We don't do that here. We don't have patience.
I mean,
we don't have patience.
It's amazing. What James Gunn is doing is amazing because literally no nerd can figure it out yet. Every nerd is head exploding.
James
That doesn't
Gunn
make
is
sense. That doesn't make
James
sense.
Gunn is
And the
literally
fact that
playing
people aren't
4D
excited
chess.
that you can't figure out what he's doing, that should have people excited.
No,
So
I
it's
am
like, what
excited.
exactly is going
I
on?
still will call him out
Me
to say
personally,
that this has changed from when he announced this slate. When he was kind of
what was-
proposing a
he
half
announced
reboot.
it- he announced it, what, 3
But when
years
he did
ago?
this cough here,
It's been 3
that
years.
that to me means we're full reboot. Full reboot.
Well, it's been 3 years since he's announced that thing.
No, it's not been 3 years.
It's been 2.5. Yeah, it's been 2.5. About to be 3 years next month. In 2 months from now.
I'm not coping, Donovan.
But
That's
like-
fine. But he
Me
has changed
per-
when
me
he announced the
personally,
slate.
I'm just very
I
confused.
really
though, because
don't,
like what I'm trying to understand is like, what are you saying changed?
That it's no longer something, some things are going to be around, something, it's not a full reboot. Remember when he even went as far as people going after, or not going out, I don't want to say attacking, not going after, but calling out, like the thing that Perp loves is journalists. Sorry, Perp. Journalists saying that it's a full reboot. Remember when he said, no, it's not.
Trying to be
no,
fair
it's
and
not a full
balanced
reboot.
What was that laugh?
is the worst thing in the world. Anytime you try to be fair to people, you just get put over to their side. It's like, oh, you're just a simp for that person just because you're trying to be fair.
Okay.
It's happened before in this channel. Let me not go.
It's just a joke, Perp. I'm joking with you.
I
But
know,
yes,
but other people
he called out journalists and he said they did investigative journalism. They had sources. They're like, this is a full reboot. He's like, no, it's not. Here's my slate. Some things have yet to be decided. And now I think he decided it is a full reboot.
But it's not.
No, it's not though. It's not a reboot. It's like
Did he not just say everything? He said literally said only one scene as a joke.
Get rid of everybody.
No, Anthony,
this is like a soft reboot.
It is
He
very,
said one
it is
scene.
very simple. He literally said, starting with you, anyone can jump in, starting with Creature Commandos. Nothing is DCU
No one's
canon
gonna watch
until
Creature Commandos.
until that show. If they reference something that happened, like say in Peacemaker or in the Suicide Squad, those events become canon.
Right.
That's all. That it is very
choosing its
simple.
canon. It's genius. It's exactly how New 52 did it with Batman. It chose its canon.
For example, the death of Rick Flag Jr. in the Suicide Squad at the hands of Peacemaker, that is canon to the DCU. That happened. Now, whether it happened the exact same way, whether all that means is that that character dying happened in this universe.
Is
Therefore,
this like Daredevil?
Well, that's the thing.
my God.
James Gunn.
Real quick.
Sorry, go ahead.
It is exactly like what Marvel is doing with the Daredevil show, where it's like whatever they reference that happened in the Netflix stuff is therefore MCU canon. But nobody gets confused or complains about that, even though it's the exact same situation. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah,
it's
so
very
Teladia, don't you see that James Gunn is doing exactly what New 52 did with Batman, choosing its canon as it goes?
Yeah, but still, it's a good thing, isn't it? It's not a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad
No,
thing.
no,
I'm just
but I'm saying
he's
saying, but James Gunn saying canon doesn't matter. That gives him the opportunity to choose what is canon, is what he's saying. He's like choosing, okay, this is going to be canon, this is going to be canon, just like how New 52 did it with Batman. But so it's like he's taking a page off New 52, which you should be a fan of.
Yeah, obviously, I'm a
I
fan of
remember
New
New
52.
52. Okay.
I'm a fan of
Alright.
New 52. So,
And then, go ahead, Claudia.
but I'll say this before we switch over to that clip that you retweeted, Max, about the whole Superman and what's it called, Rick Flag Senior clip. That was our interview. I think that for me personally, I'm giving James Gunn a chance.
I got it. Perp, don't worry.
I'm giving.
I didn't get it, so I wasn't going to say anything. Failed.
I don't know.
I didn't get it.
I'm giving James Gunn a chance because, I'm an open guy. I'm not a closed book. Right? People, in my eyes, yes, I would like to see the Snyderverse restored, but if James Gunn blows my socks off with
Blows
the
your
Superman,
socks off?
yeah, with Superman, yeah, if he blows my socks off with the Superman trailer and it's really, really good, I'm still gonna see it. But does that mean I'm gonna like every single work? No, but I'm still prepared to give him a chance.
I understood that reference, by the way, because I'm Canadian.
What, socks?
Yeah. We say that all the time up here. Do you guys not say that in
Yes, we do say that.
America?
Okay. Yeah.
What is up with the trolls just coming? Yeah, whatever, bro.
I don't know. Don't acknowledge them on the stream.
don't
Just tell me in the private chat if you want me to.
We've been about like 7 months without a troll.
Okay. And then I had something really fun happen while I was watching this Film Junkie clip. Oh, wait a second. No.
A commercial for Ashley?
No.
Oh.
Hold on. Why isn't it playing now?
I don't know.
Fire. Pants on fire. Remember what he's. James Gunn is a
But I
liar.
don't get copyright for that music.
That's right.
How do I get to the
You heard
beginning
me.
of it here?
He's a liar. Pants on fire.
Really
Remember
fun.
what he said about Peacemaker? Like when
I
he
gotta
was being
start
interviewed,
beginning
he
again.
talked about it like, oh yeah, like Peacemaker season 1 is canon, except for that whole Justice League thing. We'll explain that in season 3, I guess, of Peacemaker.
Almost all of Peacemaker is canon, with the exception of Justice League.
Season 1 isn't canon, but no. I think there's some people that are more upset about James Gunn than they are about, being lied to by the politicians, media, and all this stuff, which is kind of weird and interesting. Sometimes you might want to hold back
short.
Guns.
I
When you
should-
do that, and then all of a sudden things change, now you got to be like, oh shit, and things live on the internet forever. Let that be a little lesson when it comes to things, and I think that's what's difficult about the job that he's doing.
Well, this is a long
especially when
clip.
he had to like jump into this whole thing when it was the DCEU.
That's
and
a
now that
good
it's the
short.
DCU,
I need
it's
to
like,
do better
oh,
shorts.
shit. James Gunn is a
I have no idea what he was saying.
He's talking about the thread.
Oh man, I had it when I was watching it before. I was paused and it was like liar. It was really great. I can't do it again.
You talking about the threads that somebody asked him if Peacemaker was canon, and he say no. Oh, I remember that. I remember that thread from a couple months ago.
All right. Well, I apologize.
He can do whatever he wants. He
changed
changed his mind, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, I think that. I think
he
things
changed
have
his mind.
changed.
It's like whatever.
I'm fine with it now, though. I'm completely fine with it now because there's just
like next
where
time
we're at
just be straight
now.
up. It's kind of whatever. Like to me, like okay, he changed his mind. It's like next time just say that is straight up canon. That's it. Like yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. I don't know what you're saying, Bruce.
Also, like, I mean,
let's get to the breaking news. Let's get to the breaking news. Who had the breaking news? Where is it? Which one? There's 3 links there.
So here's the breaking news.
Breaking news.
Sony is considering making a
wait. I gotta do the clip.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, I have less people on StreamYard, so I gotta do everything myself. This sucks.
Breaking news.
Where is the
people? I mean, I guess.
Breaking news.
Why is it not? Oh, I was stuck in something.
I think they should get
I'm
rid of
annoying
canon
Joe.
for every
tell.
single franchise.
You're annoying me as well.
Breaking news.
You're not
Breaking
annoying me at
news.
all. Takes
Sony's
takes a
making
lot.
new
Well, I gotta bring it up, RJ. God.
I'm trying
Bring it up.
You're too slow.
I have to do everything myself. Okay. Now read it. According to
So-
Mario 64. Go ahead, RJ.
Well, this is actually from Bloomberg, but yeah.
Well,
Apparently Sony is considering making a new portable handheld system.
Yes.
They're thinking about it.
I think this is
but
breaking
they
news?
haven't committed
Oh
to
my
it fully
gosh.
yet.
I'm starting
So
a stream.
They haven't committed.
They haven't committed
Let
yet.
RJ finish. Let RJ finish.
Yeah, they haven't committed to it fully, but they're considering it. It's like
Here's what I
years away.
think.
Like years and
This
years
shit,
away, but
I think this is above 75%. No, I'll go 75%. I think Xbox and PlayStation, their next iterations, they already announced they already released the Pro. That's as far as they're going to go with like really high-end video game consoles.
Yeah, the Pro.
now,
Yeah, they got the Pro and the
because-
Slim already out.
Because
yeah.
it's super expensive too. The worldwide economy is still like, even though it's doing better, it's not where it was. And we've kind of reached a point where not enough developers are really getting all this out of these machines like they've done in past generations. And some of the
console gaming is gonna go away. Like
Oh, Lord God.
No.
in, like,
You're completely
3
wrong.
years.
Steve. You're completely wrong. You just got to think out the box like Nintendo. The Switch
well, that's
is
the
one
thing.
of the best.
PC gaming is the future.
It would basically be like the PS Portal, but it would be able to actually play
That's
PlayStation 5 games on the go.
Here's where I think
it's similar. It's similar to the PS Vita. Remember when you connected to your PlayStation
here's
4?
where I think this is
Similar to that.
extremely valid rumor, RJ. I think they're going to go and do these handheld devices like the Switch, the Steam Decks, the Rogue Allies are all very popular right now. And then they will refocus on cloud streaming. And Bruce showed me PlayStation Plus does great streaming as well on your handheld devices. And just Microsoft just let the cat out of the bag with horrible marketing, saying everything's an Xbox instead of saying you can take your Xbox library with you everywhere.
This is interesting. Apparently, Sony is considering this because they are apparently very scared of what the Switch 2 is going to do to the market.
Well, because think about it, the
So
Switch
they feel like they need
2
to
is
start competing
rumored
directly
to
with
have
Nintendo.
They should get a restraining order.
Well, yeah, because the Switch 2 is rumored to have the similar power to the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Well, so they're saying that they're kind of feeling like they need to start competing directly with Nintendo. But here's the thing. Very important note. 1, this is years and years away. And 2, they haven't even fully committed to it. So this could actually not end up happening. This is just
I think it depends. I think the world's going to be watching with Nintendo, because if Nintendo does something really cool with the Switch 2, or if it is a Switch 2, I would assume they would do a hybrid console again. They're not gonna if they
Yeah.
don't do a hybrid console, they would have to bring back their handheld division, do two separate things, and that's gonna splinter their base of sales, you know, having two SKUs and not as much success if they split it again, right? So yes, Nintendo could change the world again in the perfect time for another hybrid, affordable HD console where you take your whole library of games with you.
Also, me personally, I think this is smart because because let's be honest, if this come out and let's say in 5 years from now, 7 or 8 years, this is going to kill Xbox again. It is, fortunately, and
No, because in 12 years, Xbox
right?
is going to make contact with Cyborg.
Well,
they're already working
this is
with
what people
Sony.
don't understand about Xbox. Like, they're pivoting from being a console to just a brand overall. Like, it's a platform now. Like that is the next evolution where they're going. They're not going to just be a console. It's going to be a brand of like easy to play access stuff. Like any device can access Xbox, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good, but the way they market it is stupid. Do you agree with that, RJ? Taking your Xbox library with you everywhere on phones, on smart TVs. That's great.
Well, Xbox has a problem with marketing for sure. They do.
Yeah, but saying everything's the Xbox like that, it just sounded stupid.
Yeah, that was the worst marketing ever.
There's got to be a better way to market that. But I heard another rumor about this.
If it
RJ,
comes out, I'm buying it.
I heard that Microsoft is going to partner with Elon.
Okay,
because
buddy.
he owns X.
Okay, bro.
And it's actually going to be the Xbox.
Okay, bro.
Elon is buying.
Yeah, no.
No, Max, you're reaching.
Yeah, you're on crack.
All right. Well,
Wait,
Joe's here. We got
to. Did you say that Max was on crack?
You
Yes.
smoking
Come on.
weed, buddy. Yeah,
Yes.
you smoking crack.
I do. I do. All right.
I didn't do
And
anything.
thank you to members. Blue Jay's been a member for 28 months. It's time for the console wars to end. And Anthony Beltry, member for 34 months. Wow, Beltry. So thank you, RJ. Yes. Bruce was just propping up the Portal the other day. It's like it's a lot more successful than Sony intended.
I think it can be even more successful if they actually make it an actual portable system that can play the games without internet connection or the cloud.
PC gaming. is
Well,
better.
even
If
the
it's an actual
Switch.
true portable device, that would be next level.
You can use any controller for PC.
Bro, please, nobody give a F about PC. They don't even now sell Xbox or PlayStation.
What?
Yes, they do.
How are
They
you streaming?
don't.
Now, if you're talking about gaming PCs, maybe not, but PCs overall.
By the way, I love how they're like an hour into the show and no one's addressed the thumbnail question or topic.
Yeah, nobody's.
All right, now I'm going to praise James Gunn.
I didn't know we had a thumbnail.
Or topic. Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
always happen.
You got to be very, very careful with your thumbnails. They might get you in trouble.
Me? My
Yeah,
thumbnail.
you.
Kingdom of Nerds, member for 22 months. Thank you so much for the support, Bruce. He decided to put nothing in his member super chat. Sorry
That's
for
not
that.
true. He wrote Max sucks donkey balls. See? Says it right there.
I don't
Max
see it.
sucks donkey balls. I'm reading it. Maybe it's on your end of the monitor. We
Sounds
can-
like a
Never
Wesley
happened,
Willis.
Bruce.
Everyone else.
Never happened.
Everyone
Look
else.
how
can see
clear
it.
this 4K camera is. Look at this. You can see.
Is it?
Why is your dog
Isn't that-
passed down the couch?
She loves this. She loves it here.
It says Max.
Isn't
sucks
that the title of
donkey
a?
balls.
Isn't that the title of a Wesley Willis song? Max sucks donkey balls.
No.
I think it is.
Win Dixie, the beef people. Shout out London. Shout out Chicago.
Over London, rock on Chicago.
All right.
I
Well,
got no comments.
you have no comments.
No, not one. Not a single one.
So I
Come on, reach in there. You got one.
First, before we talk about the slate of Marvel versus with DC, I don't know what these glizzies are. $2.
Hot dog.
Let's just.
What's a glizzy?
Hot
dog.
John Colombo.
I googled Glizzy the other day, and it said something about a hot dog, or like that you're strapped with a gun.
No, bro,
Is that a
it's
glizzy?
hot dog, bro. In New York, they call glizzies a hot dog.
I thought it was something dirty.
No, what is that? If you put in your no,
I get
whatever.
glazed up all the time in my
I
face.
told you this months ago.
I got glaze in my face right now.
Okay.
Glazing sounds worse than glizzy.
No.
Glad you want us to
Glaze
move
kind of
on,
means
so.
like you glaze James
Yeah,
Gunn.
I'm trying to.
the
I
other
want to
day.
move
glaze
on.
like
I've
you
never
glazed donuts.
glazed him at all.
No, glaze.
Who cares?
That's a good one. I want that.
All right, so get those thumbs right up there for great entertainment. Like only you could get on MME. Sometimes it doesn't.
Look, James Gunn is a real fan.
But
James Gunn is a real fan. He went to the
Degrassi, when my
comic book
friend
store for
met
a photo.
Wesley Willis, he extended his hand. Wesley Willis grabbed his hand and just started headbutting him.
Are
I've been
you
headbutted.
accusing me, Cal, of not knowing what a glizzy is because I'm a white, middle-aged white guy?
Yes.
I've been headbutted by Wesley Willis.
Okay, I accept.
Yeah, he headbutts people apparently. Well, back in the day.
Not
Rest in
anymore.
peace,
He
Wesley Willis.
hasn't
Yeah, rest in
headbutted
peace.
anyone in 20 years.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
White
Wesley.
people shake my head. Okay, so now
Wesley Willis was a black guy.
All
Okay,
let's first talk about James Gunn as in charge of DC versus Kevin Feige in charge of MCU. And just the
store.
Can I announce it first before you interrupt, CJ? She's in a comic book story, right? Right. That's great. Do you see
Photo
Kevin
op.
Feige doing this?
No.
Yeah, probably.
Doesn't need to.
Probably.
Like, why does he
built
need
in his
to?
room.
Like, he's worried about the future.
Kevin
That's
Feige has
wrong.
become out of touch with his success, whereas James Gunn is a man of the people, and I think he has become
James
besides
Gunn
a
looks lost in there.
He does not look lost. He has a comic in
Look
his
at that
hand.
second
He
picture.
puts the finger up like he knows.
Look
What,
at that.
do you have this?
No, he's putting that finger up. These are what they call comic books. I get it.
Okay.
And then the second picture is like, what's this?
No, but I've been
this how you
watching
do
a
it? He's
lot
looking at
of.
the camera
I have
for
been
approval.
watching a lot of.
He's like, this is how you
James,
read it. You
can I-
look at the camera. You do it like this.
I've been watching a lot of James Gunn interviews on YouTube, making the rounds. His promotion is unparalleled. He is not on another level than him when he was just working at Marvel. He is so interactive with the community.
Can I just say the difference?
But why did he get lost in that comic book story?
James Gunn is
not
the director.
lost.
He
What-
looks
Kevin
what's
lost.
Feige is the producer. James Gunn is a director.
He could be looking
He's
for a
more
bathroom.
than a director
Feige-
now.
He would,
Kevin
okay,
Can I give
Feige
him
has
some
never
praise
directed
without
anything.
being
Max,
interrupted?
I have
please?
no, but I have the real story. He was looking for a bathroom. It happened to be a comic book shop, and then he saw the guy with the camera. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm James Gunn, the head of DC." Okay, let me look.
This
around.
does
He
not
was
look
looking
like
for the
just a
bathroom.
politician photo spot. This looks like he does this regularly. I believe the authenticity of these pictures. He does not
No, he
look
does not
lost.
do that
He
incredibly,
does not
bro.
look like he's clenching and has to find a restroom. He
Are you
looks like he's
sure?
authentically there for a comic and not a photo op, you know.
I agree.
But
with
what
that.
I will say is I've been watching the interviews, and I will say that he has surpassed Feige and Zack Snyder with his
Yeah.
promotion.
And his filmmaking.
His humor
Okay,
is
but
on
you're
point.
okay.
He is very entertaining, and he has actually become a celebrity in himself besides just a creative. You
Yeah.
cannot say that about all these movie directors.
You can't.
I watched. He even made an Otzi joke, and it was hilarious in his interview.
Yeah.
He said, "I think we better take stand against them," and it was so entertaining, so likable.
Yeah.
And
He has the
I didn't
charisma
say
of
it,
the Rock.
CJH. I didn't say it, CJH. But
I
he's
just
doing a
found an
great job
article
just in
where-
promotion. Now, we haven't seen Superman yet, right? We don't know if it's going to be amazing. I assume it is. But I'm saying he's operating on another level. And for that alone, I think he's surpassing what Feige's doing right now.
This man is in a comic book shop
so
and he's reading a
apparently
comic book, and Max says
there's-
Just because you don't do
there's
interviews
an
every other
article.
month doesn't. Like,
Jesus,
There's
Max.
an article
What a
that
photo
says
op could
that-
do to Max. Wow.
No, because I've been watching all his interviews.
Oh,
he
true.
is popping like this in these interviews. He's like a comedian
He was
weaving
meant for
through
the
a
role.
set. He's
He was
funny.
meant to direct Superman. It was
No,
it was
but I mean
destiny.
beyond just
It was
directing,
destiny.
I am so impressed
Destiny.
with his social media presence right now.
Well, yeah,
with the
because he's
Creature
directing.
Commandos
That's what
release.
directing Superman means to him. He's on
No,
it.
but you don't get this from a lot of creatives in Hollywood
No.
this good. You
No,
don't.
because no one loves Superman
No,
like this
because
man.
people in Hollywood are thinking about creating the next
No one
project.
loves
They don't be on
DC.
social media every other day. I'm
But I-
sorry.
No one
That's how
loves-
it is
no.
in Hollywood.
But
No
he
disrespect to
is doing
James, that's how
more.
it is.
He is arguably doing more than a lot of other creatives, and he still makes time to do all this stuff.
Bro,
Yeah,
I guarantee if Ridley Scott had Twitter, he would be cursing out everybody every other day.
Great, I would love that. I would watch
Bro,
it.
like no, bro.
Can I
like,
say something?
No.
Yes, I would like
same
to
as
get
James,
Claudia and
bro. Same as
RJ of
James
my
Cameron,
thoughts on
bro.
James Gunn.
RJ's already in
I mean,
another
James-
stream. I could tell.
James Cameron has the Twitter,
We'll address
but I bet he see the stuff that people say on him online. He doesn't respond. He does the next shit. Oh, next year when Avatar makes a $2 billion at the box office. Oh, look at you. Here
Look
comes
at
the
you, Max.
money.
Now what are you
money,
gonna
money.
say?
Bruce,
bro.
thank you so much
Come
for
on,
the
bro,
support with
like,
the $9.99. Now I will actually read what you wrote.
Oh, this is James Glazer.
Max is great at glazing. Truth.
Thank
I
yeah,
can testify
Bruce,
to
this
that.
is the ultimate
I'm not.
glaze.
I'm no. No, I'm not. No.
Ruth,
This is
baby.
glaze at its finest.
I don't
never
know.
took- Yes, it is.
Glizzies and
indeed.
glazing. Come on now.
This
Oh,
is
now my
glaze.
phone's thinking.
Hey, I like your Riz today, though, Max. I'm not gonna lie.
My
Mr.
Riz.
Rizzer.
Yeah.
What's
You know,
Riz?
Max, you know
You
the
got Riz-
Rizzer?
You got some Riz today with that beanie.
Thanks. I
I
think.
like the Riz.
Yo.
Okay. So, Taladia, please, you're trying to get a word in, and I want to hear Joe. Joe, I would love to hear what you think about my. I've been very
His
critical of James Gunn. I've seen even before this, even when he first announced the slate. I'm really liking this James Gunn in these recent months. I'm really liking how
Yeah,
interactive
it's really
he is.
funny
and
how you were
funny.
really critical when he wasn't doing anything. Now he's actually doing stuff.
I question whether he can
I'd really
accomplish
like
it.
to
Yes.
hear
There's
Taladia's
nothing to
take.
do. He just made an announcement.
Yes, yes. Thank you, CJ. She wants to hear what Taladia has to say.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is that the thing DC has over Marvel is that they're doing comic book coverage after each trailer, right? And the fact is, this is what James Gunn is doing. He's promoting comic books,
Yeah.
right?
I
That's what
agree with you,
James Gunn-
Claudia, wholeheartedly. James Gunn is really propping up the actual comic part way better than Feige does.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
propping up the comics more than anything, right? And
Look, he's
him
in a
going to
comic
co-
book store.
Yeah, he's in the comic book store, and that says everything. If that doesn't say that you're not into your comics, I don't know what does.
Well, there's an
That's why he's
article
the
that
best
I
man for the
found
job.
where Kevin Feige wasn't into comic books growing up.
The man can't stop
was a
working.
That's not
producer.
true, but okay.
Yeah.
That's
You-
not true.
But
Kevin
if
Feige-
you that article that's in private chat, where Kevin Feige was more into Star Wars than he was in the comic books.
Yeah. Well, that's when he
Yeah.
was growing up. Yes.
I mean, everybody like. I mean, obviously, like you ask everybody back from the 70s, 60s. Oh yeah, Star Wars. Obviously, 70s, 80s. Obviously,
And
like,
then he only started reading the comics before he started Marvel Studios.
I mean,
Well, I
RJ,
want to hear what RJ has to say about where he's at now. I think it's on another level than I love Feige, but this is if he executes on the actual quality of the product too, which I think this insider here that's already seen Creature Commandos because the cat's out of the bag now. You have more knowledge than the rest of the panel on this. If he executes and does this type of marketing and interacting with the consumers in a positive way, I think I've been critical of him. He's done too much, but now I've seen him on YouTube channels doing interviews too. I just love what I see right now. What do you think, RJ?
I mean, he's promoting. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, I guess if you're looking for a difference, one was in the system of being a producer, and one was in the system of, kind of built up and mentored by the Donners and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
James Gunn's a filmmaker, and at the end of the day, I mean, he has a different outlook about this than other people would, just because of where he came from and what he's done.
Yes.
It's a different mindset with the producer versus the director, creative. It's not a bad thing. They both have valid approaches to it. Just that there's just a different mindset, a different way of looking at things.
I love how fresh it feels right now. Like
Well,
I
yeah, 'cause it's
love,
brand new.
like
It's
this
brand
is
new.
what I've been asking of like
For sure.
Kathy and Feige. Feige does a much better job than Kathy, but like interacting, knowing what you're talking about, knowing the source material, even promoting the comic books. I love seeing that, and you can attest to this too, RJ. When he announces a project, the comics, like the sales go through the roof.
Well, yeah, well, because a lot of what he's doing is like he'll tell you what comics it's based
Yeah.
on, or yeah, I mean, I think he's done a lot, especially to like
Based on it.
market the comic books and make them feel relevant to what he's doing, which is great. I mean, get more eyes on them.
And then what Taladia and Bruce and you, RJ, you've been getting more in the comics lately too. The way DC's comics are hitting right now, it does seem like they're hitting harder than they were a few years ago. It's like there's a lot of momentum, enthusiasm, which is subjective. I just feel it. Maybe it's just me. I just feel more so right now. Does anyone feel that enthusiasm and momentum right now at this moment?
Yes.
Well, it's something it's something brand new. It's like the shiny
Yeah.
new toy. Yeah, I mean, of course.
But I was skeptical if he could accomplish it all. He is making time for the only thing that's missing right now in my mind is how video games are going to factor into this. The
Well,
animation
I think also too, though, in the interest of fairness, I think everyone needs to actually see it for themselves. Though everyone's got to
yes.
kind of.
Oh, we're going to do a watch party for Creature Commandos. When does that drop?
December 5th. I will tell you this though.
No one's gonna watch Creature Commando.
I will tell you this though.
Except for RJ.
It is episode 4 and episode 6 that demand a watch party. If I'm remembering correctly.
They don't drop all at once. It's one episode at a time, right?
You're not a real fan if you don't watch it.
The first two episodes drop on December 5th.
Is there any episode that demand perp to watch? Batgirl? Anything?
So you're mandating Creature
Batgirl.
Commandos?
I'm just saying that episode 4 and episode 6 are going to be the ones people talk about the most.
God,
It's not a spoiler, Blue Jay. He's just telling you the pivotal episodes, you know.
I'm just saying episode 4
Rusty already knows.
Episode 4 is the big one.
Yeah. All right. So. And I want to get from Joe, because Joe, I know you're a longtime DC Comics fan. I know you don't necessarily get the new comics, but you supported the comics in the past. You were happy about Guy Gardner. You're happy about Booster Gold. Do you feel the enthusiasm and the momentum is really high, is different this time for what James Gunn's doing, and like this moment here and his press tour for Creature Commandos?
Oh yeah, they definitely. This is a guy who knows the comics. This is a guy who loves the comics. This is I mean, I don't think they could be in better hands right now.
Is there any comparison?
That wasn't the answer Max wanted.
No, that's fine. I would like to also see though that I'm not dogging on Feige. I think he's done an amazing job to get the MCU where it is. But in comparison to just the promotion of the next phase of MCU to what DC's doing the next few years, where do you think the momentum?
I'll say this too. It not only does he know the comics, but as an old timer who was reading in the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s, it seems like his love of the comics really hits that sweet spot that I love the most. Like my favorite run of Justice League of all time is Justice League International, and when he reached out to JM DeMatteis regarding Creature Commandos, and I mean, he responded to me on Threads. I asked him, like, before we even knew Guy Gardner and these people were going to be in there, I was like, hey, are you a fan of the Giffen DeMatteis run? And he's like, absolutely. So, and it shows. Like, it shows in the casting and the characters we're getting, and it's just, I couldn't be more excited.
Okay. Chubby Teddy Monster Productions. I don't know, because I've been watching Kingdom of Nerds. I've been on Kingdom of Nerds panels. Those comics that they keep promoting and that Taladia and RJ and Bruce keep showing me, the all-in looks amazing. The covers look great. It's actually like I can't get into another collecting hobby.
Comics, like sure they're great, but like the others, nah. Yeah,
okay. Well, Anthony, what do you think about the being the head and the face of DC Studios and Kevin Feige being the face of MCU right now, and how they're doing it right at this moment? Kevin Feige's done an amazing job up to this point, but I just really, I feel there's a lot. It feels different to me, and I'm loving it. What's your take, Anthony, on this? Is promotion?
Well, I mean,
way
one is like
props
one
up
is
the comics. Yeah.
I mean, one is a director, obviously. Like,
yeah,
he's going to think about different stuff and how different to promote stuff. Like, people check it out and stuff like that. Like, being a producer is a whole different stuff. So like, it's different compared to being a director when you know all the stuff, you know what you're gonna do next. You know what the future is gonna be and what project you're gonna do after. So yeah, it just depends.
Just depends. That's a strong
But
answer there.
I mean, I like what James Gunn is doing at least. Like, well, other than the Green Lantern show, I don't know what the fuck they doing with that shit.
Hey, Nerd Cosa Nostra is a newer collaborator on our channels and a newer member. So any new members, I would remind you on the channel section of the community set. If you go to the MME channel, you go to the community section, there is a link for members to pop in on members' streams. So anyone else that wants to pop in, just try to keep it calm and everything. Okay. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts on... Go ahead.
Is this true? Chubby Teddy says Dan Slott's writing Superman.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's rumored.
Dan Slott he's a phenomenal
He might
writer.
write like
I
a
don't know
backup
about that. He's
story or
phenomenal.
something. Like,
He
he wouldn't be taking over the book. He'd just be writing like a little excerpt or something.
Oh, he's a hell of a good writer. I mean, he did She-Hulk for Marvel, and he did what do you call it? Spider-Man for years.
Well, Bianca,
She-Hulk was great.
if any member wants to send you the link, that's fine. You know, they have that part. They have that opportunity. So, as a guest of a member, that's another member benefit. All right. Now let's talk about the upcoming. Then the next part of this versus is just the upcoming slate of movies for DC versus what's going to happen with Marvel. Where are you feeling? I'm going to support it all. But where are you feeling like, oh my God, this is where this has got the fire. What this is the DC next few years is all what I'm about. I'm going on the DC. You know, does it feel a little fresher to you than the MCU at this point? I'm going to put a poll too.
Well, again, one's like the shiny new toy in the toy box. One's kind of a toy that you've already played with for a while.
I actually, before he was announced,
those toys.
Before he was announced, I was dreading a new rebuild of the DC. I'm like, oh, I have to start from scratch. Now it feels like a shiny new toy and fresh. But I was like, oh God, I got to put all my money and all my time and effort into supporting another build up. You know,
once RJ loses the screeners, or gets rid of the screeners, he's just gonna say Creature Commandos sucks. And all the truth.
I mean, I can't even review the show until December 2nd, so I couldn't tell you what I thought about it either way.
Please.
I can't
you're gonna give that show a C+. Get out of here.
I can't wait for Creature Commandos. That show's gonna be amazing.
Well, I'm interested to see why.
Obviously, people's gonna see it, but not a lot of people watch animation. Like, with all due respect, not a lot. Like, it's not. Okay. Like, I guarantee
that's why they're remaking.
I've said this before.
All the live actions.
If I'm not saying you got to watch the show, but if you don't pay attention to it and what it establishes and sets up, you're gonna be. You're missing out.
Obviously we will know what was set up
on what
general audience. Like,
like I said,
where are we missing out on?
Episode 4 and episode 6. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, I put a poll in the chat because
things to watch.
I put a poll in the chat. Do you think DC Studios or the MCU has the momentum for 2025, 2026? Which projects do you like it more? I'm gonna be happy with all of it. I know. I completely disagree with you on the Captain America trailer. I was really mad.
Yeah.
I was mad at your opinion that you had no facts. Just your opinion. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being a little ass too. I was mad at your opinion on that.
Okay.
On that trailer.
Cool.
I was mad at your opinion and I love that trailer.
I think
But then Degrassi,
I didn't see anything good about it.
Degrassi wrecked me on Bruce's stream because he said a rumor is that you're going to see less of Red Hulk, even more so than Null and Venom 3.
I mean, I could tell you what I heard.
Well, is it spoilery?
No, not really.
Okay, but if that's true, I'm going to be mad because
But
I was really
the last
looking
thing
forward
I
to that
heard
part.
is that Red Hulk is only in one scene in the movie, and it's the big action scene in the third act.
Oh God!
He's pretty much just at the end of the movie. That's it.
That's all you need.
No, it's not all I need.
Why
He
would
turned
you?
into the Max Hulk.
I mean, the movie's called Captain America. It's not called Red Hulk.
Yeah, like it's really not called Red Hulk. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
most of
called
the
Red
marketing is
Hulk.
focused on Red Hulk, but he's not until the third act.
Hey
like the
Max,
very
I just
movie.
noticed something. It's called New World. No, what is it?
Brave New World.
It's called Brave New World, not Red Hulk. Sorry, man.
I know what it's called. I
Oh.
know who the main character is. But if you're telling me that I can't, as a fan, want to see Red Hulk rage, and that I should just accept it just because of the name of the movie and the title character, no.
It's probably a
just-
Universal problem.
It's just
like
like if
Universal
there was a bit,
probably owns the rights or something.
no, he's in the movie. He just can't be
Well,
in
they
his own
also
movie,
did a
Red
test
Hulk.
screening
But-
recently. It didn't go over very well, so they're also
but-
making some edit changes too.
Yeah, that trailer looked like trash. I don't know
if
how
you get-
people thought it was
That's like
good.
if you get, for instance, Madam Web, and you only have them in suits for like 5 seconds. That's disappointing
Not really.
No,
because the movie's worked on itself.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because it was supposed to be a bad guy chasing these girls like a slasher film. So
yeah,
why
we
would you-
were
why
never
would you make
promised
them a
that there were going to be like
superhero?
Spider Women in the movie. They showed
Only that the trailer
Why
showed
would
that one
you-
part.
Why
yeah,
would
the
you-
trailer showed that one
Yeah,
part. It
the
didn't show
trailer
more
didn't
than that.
lie.
I'm just saying this Captain America movie's gone through a ton of
Yes.
reshoots and a ton of reworks.
So-
It's like it's been constantly changing. So
why were you mad at me, Max?
Because I was really looking forward to it, and I thought the trailer was like a 10 out
I
of
mean,
10.
it still might be a
And
good
you
movie,
said I don't
just
see
sorry.
anything good about
You
this,
know.
and I got
Wasn't
really
this
mad.
movie
The action
originally
scene with
supposed to
him
be a
flying
Hulk
over the
movie,
battleships,
and
I
it
saw that shit in
changed?
X-Men First Class in 2011, and it looked way cooler.
You don't have to see
Sorry.
the movie, Perp. Like
I know.
you
I'm
see
just.
another
I'm
thing.
judging the trailer. I'm gonna see the movie. I'm judging.
Is the leader still in the movie?
Yeah,
Because
There's been
I
plenty of
heard-
Marvel trailers I hated, and I love.
Bro,
Ended
I
up
heard
loving
it
the
was
movie.
they don't have no
Spider-Man:
real-
Homecoming is one of them.
This is a symphony of people talking over each other.
I've only seen like 2 MCU movies that I didn't like, so
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure it's gonna be good.
I know it's gonna be good because
I love
I'm
each
sure,
other.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just not expecting anything like amazing.
I was expecting it to
roll
be
out
amazing.
with terrible things, dude. I swear to God, if we go through that trailer, you guys better show me which part blew you away because I'm telling you,
I
it's
did a
nothing.
trailer reaction. You can watch
Which
it.
part blew you away?
What? Just because you're not on the trailer reaction,
Just
you're
the
gonna
red,
open a
the
watch?
Red Hulk, the flip.
I mean, pretty much for me, next year with Marvel, I only care about Daredevil and Fantastic Four. The rest
Okay.
I'm still gonna watch, obviously. But like,
So
those
the
are, like,
momentum
the things
for-
I'm actually like interested in.
So the momentum for you is in DC then.
I mean, I guess because
The Marvel Maniac turned in his MCU card, and it's going all in
I'm
DC.
very excited for Fantastic Four. I think that's something that I'm very much looking forward to. Everything I see from the movie, everything I've heard about it, it sounds like it'd be up my alley. So
Okay. Well, we do have Superman, Peacemaker 2, and Creature
But I
Commandos that are
forgot
all
about
going to be out
Peacemaker
by the end of
season 2.
2025. Is there anything else in DC that's going to be out by the end of 2025?
just Superman and Peacemaker.
Yes, Superman, Peacemaker, and Creature Commandos will all be watchable by the end of next year.
Yeah.
And then if we're talking about Marvel,
It's
RJ,
a
what is
ton
it?
of stuff.
Thunderbolts, Captain America. What's on the TV?
Daredevil, Ironheart.
Daredevil.
Who's on
Ironheart.
TV? I don't count TV shows. TV
Fantastic
shows,
Ironheart's the
I
best
guess.
one.
I gotta say,
Lots of
I'm kinda
Marvel's
more-
releasing way more next year.
mainstream
They're
movies.
releasing way more stuff next year.
mainstream. Creature Commandos isn't mainstream, and you said no one's gonna. I mean, it
That
is
is
'cause it's
mainstream.
DC.
That's DC.
Because it's James Gunn and what he's doing, he's making it mainstream, but it's not a mainstream property of DC, right? It's like one of their lesser known properties.
What are we talking
People don't
about?
even know Creature Commandos.
I don't even know
when
anymore, Joe.
when James Gunn first announced Creature Commandos, how many people knew ahead of time what that was? Yeah, Joe. I didn't know what it was.
I knew
RJ,
I knew who
RJ, did you know
Frankenstein
about it?
was. I knew who
Do you
Frankenstein
know
was.
about the movie Werewolves?
The other characters I didn't know, but I knew.
Yeah, I know who the
Lord
bride
of the
is.
Rings.
Dude, the
You know
bride
the
was in the
new
Bride
Lord
of
of the Rings
Frankenstein.
movie.
So with your new Canadian hipsterness, CGH, this would be
No.
something you should be supporting. But you're saying no one wants to watch Creature Commandos.
Well, that's a load of horse shit.
Well, I'm gonna. I love CGH.
I can't wait to watch it.
But no, well, I mean, you're a super fan though.
I
You're a
don't
super
like it
fan.
anyway, but
You don't like it?
Don't.
How do you not like it if you haven't
Well,
seen it?
let him speak. He's allowed to say it on the trailer. He's allowed to say that. Go ahead.
Well, I saw the trailer and I have no interest in Creature Commandos.
Just based on the just
And
the just the characters.
because it's DC doesn't mean I instantly have to watch it. It's like
True.
Star Wars, like half the stuff that comes out, I don't have to watch. You know, I don't have to sit down and watch every single episode
you don't
of
have to watch
Bad
anything.
Batch.
What do you have to watch?
I mean, no one's obligated to watch anything.
What do you have to watch? CGH.
You have to watch this documentary on Wesley Willis called "The Daddy of Rock and Roll."
Alanis Morissette.
All right, well, I'm gonna-
Alanis Morissette.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Rock on
Anthony.
London.
I have standards.
Go
quality
Chicago.
over quantity.
I'm trying to
Let
think
me
when
put
you
this
would
out
say.
here as this is gonna. I'm gonna thank
KFC,
you.
we do chicken right.
Thank you, CGH, for this topic. I'm gonna
What
do a
do you
clip
say?
out of that.
Win
Hold
Dixie,
on.
the beef people.
It's really hard to type when Perp's singing
shoot.
horribly.
No.
He sounds just like Wesley Willis.
Yeah, I'm singing.
So that is not
beautifully.
singing horribly.
All right, here. Will people actually care? Care about? Damn it! See,
You keep forgetting your words, man.
I do. It's because I'm typing
All right,
when.
let me take you back to here's my impression of CJH in 2014. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's do the Wayne's World thing. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Nobody's gonna give a shit about Guardians of the Galaxy.
He never said that.
Back then, actually, I was quite
Let
young.
CJ speak. Let
naive.
CJ
I was quite young and naive, so I actually bought up a bunch of the Guardians comics before the Guardians movie came out. So I was
All right.
much younger.
Well, let's examine this question that CGH is saying, and then we'll start talking about. Then we'll go around the panel and see what you're more excited about, the MCU slate or the DC slate. Because I think only me and RJ.
I mean, I can answer this question.
Will people actually care about Creature Commandos? I think it's going to take off with fire. I think it's going to be very popular, more popular than Peacemaker. That's what I think. I think Creature Commandos is going to be more popular than Peacemaker because honestly, I love Peacemaker, but I think the characters in Creature Commandos are cooler. And you got Alan Tudyk, you got the cast. No offense to the cast of Peacemaker, besides John Cena. I mean, there's some great character actors in there. Far superior what they got for Creature Commandos. I'm sorry. And I've seen the interviews and the way the cast gels with each other. So
here's the truth, right?
Yeah.
This show will I think online the chatter will be immense. I think obviously it's animation. It's going to be a slower burn week to week. It
Well,
may not
real
have
life isn't.
It may not have a
so.
well. Can I finish?
Well,
my
I
point?
mean, for
Can I finish my point?
that could change.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Can I finish my point?
Thanks, Steve. Yes.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, please.
Out of the gate, right? It's going to be a slower burn in terms of building up an audience. But here's the thing: will people care about Creature Commandos? The average person, probably not. But here's the thing, right? This show will warrant your attention because I am telling you, and I'm saying this in the most cryptic way possible.
No.
This show is such a lore dump, and it sets up so much.
Archer's gonna lose his screen.
It has all the
for
stuff that I love that Joe says is not needed. It has all kind of
I'm just
connective
saying,
tissues to
You
other
know,
projects.
there's gonna be a moment where RJ has a John Campia moment and spoils. the
I'm
major
just saying, this show's gonna have
character
so
of
much
Warren. Why do we
people
care
to
if they take a
dissect and
dump?
talk about?
So, RJ, am I clarifying? Because you have to be vague because you are an absolute shill and have an access shill now, and I love you for it. Are you saying that if you are really wanting to know what's going to happen with James Gunn's DC, you're going to get a great glimpse and there's going to be connective tissues in this Creature Command.
10,000%
Are
yes.
you having a John
10,000%
Campia moment
yes.
where you
It's not
spoil
just
a major point?
Like this is something that I feel like if you even care remotely about the DCU, you have to watch it.
okay.
100% yes.
And it does have what Joe says the story doesn't need is all this.
No, the
linkage.
story by itself is fine. Like you don't
Yeah,
need
but
all
linkage
the
to
stuff.
other projects.
It's just
like
that it like for the person who's like, why should I care about Creature Commandos? Maybe you don't care about Creature Commandos, but do you care about DC? You're gonna want to watch the show.
and then in your expert opinion, to the man that said give Peace a chance, and I gave Peace a chance because
Everyone
you,
should
Peacemaker.
give the show a chance. Yes.
Okay, but before that's not what I mean. But from you, in your opinion, and that's the reason. After I watched Peacemaker, I went back and watched the Suicide Squad, and that's what made me like it. I like Peacemaker so much that I went back and gave the Suicide Squad another shot. Now I love the movie. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna? I thought people are gonna like it better than Peacemaker. Now that you've seen both Peacemaker season 1 and Creature Commandos, what do you think people are gonna like better?
I mean, they're both in the same wheelhouse. I feel like if you like the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, you'd be more loving of this because it's in the same wheelhouse. Which some people might be annoyed
Just
by.
just take a whiff of just a guesstimate of like what do you think people are gonna like more?
They're so different. I still think Peacemaker at the end of the day is still going to be more beloved.
Okay,
but
all right.
This is still really good.
I just think the character, like
Frankenstein,
I
would say,
Dr. Phosphorus and GI Robot.
I'd be very cryptic. I would think I might say it's really good, but I can't confirm if it's really good or not until the review embargo lifts.
Okay, he has to be careful.
Yeah,
I just think the characters are on another level. Like the character. Now I knew nothing about them. The only one I don't really care about is Weasel. Weasel could.
Oh, you'll care about him.
You'll care about Weasel.
I don't
no.
like Weasel.
The show,
dude, you're gonna care about.
In two different sentences, James Gunn in that the one down part of the interview, even though I think he's doing a great job, is he said, "I took Weasel and Weasel's moving forward," and then after that, he said, "The Justice League is not canon."
I am telling you this right now. Weasel will become everyone's new fan favorite.
Yeah, you're gonna get a body pillow of Weasel, Max.
I am not.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
the
are.
The show recontextualizes Weasel in a way that you couldn't even imagine. Where it's like you're gonna look back at the Suicide Squad and look at that character.
I do not give a fuck about the character.
Thank you.
I didn't like him
Anthony.
in the Suicide Squad. I probably won't like.
I'm just saying
the show demonetized.
This is the best Weasel we've ever
I'm just saying
had.
the show completely recontextualizes Weasel. Completely recontextualizes.
Can you say what your favorite character is?
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can tell you that.
All right.
The GI Robot.
Okay, the ones that I was most interested in. David Harbour's Frankenstein, right?
Moment.
I will say that all I can tease for right now is that there was a character in the show I felt like was very underwhelming and I was very disappointed by. That's all I can say for now, though.
Okay.
And it was one of the characters I was most interested in.
You said that right after I said David Harbour's Frankenstein. Okay, just for context, I'm just saying that. Okay, because I was looking forward to him the most, Dr. Phosphorus and GI Robot. And then The Bride. Isn't The Bride in that too?
If you look
I'm looking forward to GI Robot because it
Spider-Man's-
seems like that's connected to Sergeant Rock, so that seems pretty cool.
And I can't say anything about that.
Yes.
So don't
Yes!
even-
Well,
Let's go,
CJ,
Luca! Let's go!
I know you're not looking forward to this, but is there any character that looked cool to you, at least in the trailer? Like,
Well, whichever leak that RJ releases, like John Campia did, and he'll say,
you want him to be
look very closely at
RJ.
Tobey Maguire's-
CJH is going after your access. He wants you to lose it by a mistake.
I mean, I'm never going to get access again
I
after
want-
this.
I'm
so
gonna-
it's
Well, then
fine.
go
I don't
all
care.
out, King. Go all out.
Well, I literally don't want to get sued because, like I said, what
Yeah, you
gets
can't get sued.
drop.
like I said, what
Wait,
gets
wait.
revealed in episode
What you gotta
4
do
is
is
so
drop
insane
a
that if I
leaked
even hinted
photo
at what it
and put
is,
your
I'd get
logo
in
on
so
that.
much trouble.
This
probably
man
blow up
talks
the internet.
directly to James Gunn,
Dude,
CJH.
can you imagine?
Can you
right
imagine
now,
how that
if-
would crush his world if James Gunn DM'd him like
Max,
I'm
you
so
don't understand.
disappointed with you,
RJ right now has the chance to get you this alone to get like 100,000 views if he breaks
doesn't
one
matter.
thing.
I mean,
Doesn't
if,
wanna
if,
be
I,
this-
if I
thing
dropped
on
what
episode
happened in
4.
the show, your channel would explode. That's
It
how
would
big
explode.
This
But I
image,
literally can't
I
do
don't
it.
want
get
you to.
we
I
gotta
don't want
get
you
something.
to, RJ, because then you'd have
Besides,
upset
like,
James
it
Gunn.
wouldn't
I
have
know,
you
been
wanna
but it'd be
share
still
this?
worth it. It's only RJ.
This
Who
is the
cares?
moment. This is the moment right here. The
I
RJ
know.
have.
Look at
He's
Toby's
gonna-
dick.
He's gonna release an image by mistake.
No,
and he's
RJ.
But I
gonna
will
say
say
that
this:
it's
some of the spoilers
Photoshop.
are already out
He's
there. If you
gonna
know
say
where
it's
to look.
Photoshop and AI.
I mean, some of
Okay.
the spoilers are already out there. Sadly.
Oh, they are. Oh, I
So
thought you
yeah.
were breaking it.
All right.
I'm not going to say which ones are true and which ones are not because that would be lame.
All right. Well, Joe, I know you're looking forward to this. What do you just for fun speculation? You like Peacemaker enough? What do you think that you're going to like Creature Commandos better or Peacemaker when you see it?
I don't know. Hard to
Yeah.
say.
Good God, you guys don't like
I
to
mean,
play
I'll just
movie
be
talk.
honest,
This
they're
is what
very
John
different
Campy and the
shows.
rest of the movie talk does.
Well,
they
I
pose
mean,
questions.
how
Not at my
how
channel.
could you,
I just
how could
yell
you
at
answer
everyone.
that? I mean,
Just
like,
based on the trailer. I know Alan Tudyk's in it, so I would easily think, oh, I'm probably gonna like Creature Commandos more because of the Alan Tudyk. You had your image ready. See,
yeah,
I love Alan Tudyk, so I'm really
I
looking
had
forward
something
to-
ready. Why didn't you pull that up?
What did you have ready?
how do you get Tudyk in there? Hey,
I
rock
would-
and roll McDonald's.
That's I whooped
Rock
Batman's
and roll.
ass.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say actually, Degrassi beat me to it. I was gonna
You
say
would get a
that
copyright claim for that perp because I got
I was
copyright.
gonna say that
Batman's
Alan
ass.
is a man's man because he's got 2 dicks, but Degrassi beat me to it. So
Mhm. All right. Well, if you don't want to do that, what do you think, Perp? You're
don't
looking
even
forward
know
to
what you're
Creatures
asking.
Command. Did you see Peacemaker?
He's asking which one you think will be the better show. Like, in
Yeah,
your
I know
opinion,
you're going to
Creature
give
Commandos
everything
or
a chance.
Peacemaker?
What's your thoughts on Creature Commandos up to
No,
this
I'm
point?
a
the
live
mark-
action. I'm a live action guy.
You're a live action guy? Okay, so
Yeah.
Peacemaker,
They're making nobody
I could
too.
still like Creature Commandos, but you know,
you don't think it's going to put a dent into your peacemaking love?
no.
Doesn't matter.
I tried doing that Suicide Squad anime, the
They're making
CGI,
another
whatever, and I was
Conjuring
like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish
movie.
it. But then again, I really loved
Yes,
the
they are,
Harlequin
CJ.
season,
Thank
the
you
Harlequin
for
show. I love.
thank you for saying random movie facts while someone's talking about the topic.
That's what I taught him.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anthony, how did you
I'm-
like Peacemaker, Anthony? And what do you think about Creature Commandos? You going to like it? Are you really hyped for this show? You think you're going to like it more than Peacemaker? Because I love Peacemaker. Good God, do people listen to the show at all when I'm talking? Anthony, are you there?
Alan
Tell that
Tudyk,
to Transformers, DL.
technically Alan Tudyk is a Star Wars character.
Hey DL, I want you back. I want you to be able to make your content again. Just use my email and then I'll send you the code.
What about Tron Ares?
Yeah, that's really integral to Creature Commandos. CG, tell me more.
Same
How
franchise.
is that on topic whatsoever?
Predator Badlands.
Now you're just saying words.
Yeah.
Now
Here's
you
my
see
final
me three.
statement before I have
Alien
to dip out
Romulus?
for the night. So you
Yeah.
have to leave.
Okay.
James Gunn is not monkeying around. The show is legit.
Okay.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
What? That means Batgirl's confirmed. So if she's not in there, I'm going to hold you personally responsible for my disappointment.
Oh yeah, I
Thank
did hear
you.
that by the way too. That is, I guess it's got leaked that DC's doing an animated Nightfall trilogy direct to video, which that could be cool. So
Well, people made
All right. Well,
some fan
well, Joe.
films for
Well,
Batman.
to end this topic, so we could go on the others, and he just left. Okay.
Oh, the Creature
So-
Commandos thing, in my opinion, I took it out obviously. I don't. First of all, I don't like the character Weasel. He's trash.
Yeah.
I didn't like him in the Suicide
Ah.
Squad. He was the most annoying character ever. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check out what the DCU is, obviously, to see.
Weasel is
Obviously-
exactly what people say Jar Jar is.
Obviously,
I love Jar Jar.
Obviously, the general
Weasel's annoying.
audience, like to
What?
see movies, is not gonna see it. Only a couple of people like us, DC fans, and the DC fans on Twitter, obviously, they're gonna see it. But like, I check it out. Obviously, I like DC. I like animated projects, so I check out every animated project that's out there.
Joe,
I
can
like-
you read this?
I would
Because
not like
Degrassi
to
sent you a
read
message, and then we're gonna get Perp in you on whether you think you're gonna like DC or Marvel the next few years.
No.
Read this from Degrassi, please.
Yeah, no. If I don't like the show, he will shit in a hat, and I will give him a hat. I will give him a hat to shit in.
Do you want it back?
Yes.
You want the hat back?
Yeah, that's free fertilizer for my garden.
Oh my god.
You can grow more stuff with human shit. I'll tell you that much.
Weasel was
Never tried, Joe. I never tried. Never want to.
I don't even have a garden.
You'll like This is what he's saying.
Collection.
RJ is saying. Let me read this. I'm going to go full screen.
Bro,
Even if you did not, are you saying RJ with this? Even if you didn't like Weasel, like Anthony Beltry is, and don't ruin this clip out with another swear word. I'll bring in the swear jar back for you, Anthony, because you're pissing me off.
Gosh
If
darn.
you didn't like the Weasel in the Suicide Squad, do you think even those people are going to like the Weasel after Creature Commandos? Because I did not like him then.
But if you're not gonna let him curse, you should call it the self-harm squad.
I probably will not like him. I still hate that.
That makes it so much
I mean,
worse.
you're worried about the clip out and curse words. I don't think you should be saying the word suicide.
You're right. You're right. But I was literally saying the name of the property, so I think YouTube allows it. But yes, the more you say the first part of the squad, the more it's likely YouTube will
The
catch
self-harm squad.
That could be a
What
spoof.
are we in some kind of self-harm squad or
Spoof
something?
IP? That could be a spoof IP.
You're making it worse.
Weasel isn't okay. So Joe, first.
Yes.
What do you think you're looking forward to more?
Creature Commandos or Peacemaker?
No. DC or Marvel for 2025, 2026.
Oh, well, definitely DC. I'm more of a, at the end of the day, I'm more of a DC guy. Those are the characters I gravitate towards more. I'm a huge James Gunn fan, and I know what the MCU is. I like it, but I know what it is. This is something new and shiny and exciting, and I can't wait to unwrap this gift. So,
Hey, Cal, thanks for joining us. Awesome.
Hello.
Okay,
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But I want to address this because I've seen Degrassi.
I just have a question.
Okay. Yes. What's your question?
Well, I'm sorry. I know my audio is probably terrible.
It's okay.
I just have a question. I just wanted to ask, what are y'all's thoughts on the Jonathan Major stuff? Jonathan Major. I haven't heard y'all talk about the Jonathan Major stuff where his charges dropped.
Okay. I don't want to judge people. He was in court. He was found guilty of some charges on, like, I forget the wording, not like I don't know. I don't want to judge the man. He's free to work still. I don't like what happened, but if he was in another movie, I'm not going to not see it because he's in it. If that answers your question. Does just because they were dropped means he's completely innocent? No, it doesn't. It could be various things, like his people could have contacted her people and done a settlement to drop it, his new representation, because his
wait, he's not here anymore.
That's fine. He'll try again. His connection was off, but I'm trying to answer his question. Just because it was dropped doesn't mean he's innocent. But whatever, if you accept people settling out of court to get to squash the story, that happens a lot with celebrities. He's able to work. He's not in jail. So am I gonna not go see the movie if he's in it, or if he's announced for a new project? I might say that he shouldn't do that. No, I'm not. I hope he has a path to get better, and I hope this is an anomaly in his overall life and career, and nothing like that. And I never want there to be the victims at all. But if anyone else wants to comment, that's my thoughts on it, Cal. Like, they're letting Will Smith work still. People are okay with that. So whatever. Perp, did you want? Maybe you don't want to touch the subject, or Joe?
Nah, I'm good.
Joe, did you want to say anything about the Jonathan Majors situation? Whether would you be okay if he got another project, another role?
I mean, it depends. Okay. It depends on a lot. Like, I mean, we have a justice system, And I mean, the question is, have you, even if you're guilty of something, even if you're guilty, do you have a pathway to redemption? I mean, obviously the crime is very different, but let's not forget Robert Downey Jr. was a major drug addict, and he was, constantly getting in legal problems for his drug use, but he turned himself around.
Right.
So you can depending on what the crime, like, I don't think there's a redemption arc for Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein,
Right.
but depending on the severity, I think you can be forgiven and you can work again. And
Who's the Thanos guy?
I don't think he's going to work again for
Josh
Marvel, but that doesn't mean he can't, get film
Mhm.
work going forward. And I think he can.
Didn't they wrap up the King story?
No, not
We
necessarily.
don't. I don't. Me
But also, I already made a statement on this, so I think Marvel,
I don't need
if
it
they
wrapped
bring back Kang, they're just gonna
Oh,
say,
bro.
"We pranked you" when it comes to Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor
Oh, bro.
I think-
Only you would like that,
I
CG.
think they're making a major mistake in wrapping the Kang storyline up. I think that the Kang storyline should continue as planned with a new actor, because
It's
traditionally,
already over, bro. It's
yeah,
already
and it was a bad idea, because traditionally speaking, whenever you change a story mid-course, it doesn't go over well. And Max, you're a Snyder bro. You should know that better than anyone. Whenever you have a planned storyline and it gets changed mid-arc, people do not react well to it. I can't think of a single case where it's worked. Quite frankly.
I don't think Charlie
Well,
Sheen's
to be
redeemed,
fair,
though, Cyber
well, to
Snouse.
be fair, Doctor Doom was in the Secret War comics, and he has a huge part in it.
I have a
so-
topic for Perp next that he's going to love.
What? Chris Brown?
No.
Oh Lord, man, that guy's charged with. Oof, that guy's charged with a lot of stuff.
Listen, I don't like talking about celebrities having problems. I don't want anyone to have problems or victims or whatever.
I think all of Hollywood
I
are
don't-
guilty.
listen,
Everyone
I wish
in
him nothing
Hollywood
for the
are
best.
guilty.
That's
I
some
wish
QAnon stuff.
I wish him nothing for the
CGH.
best. Hopefully get a job, but other than that, it's gonna take him a long ass time to get another job in
Said you
Hollywood.
didn't. You probably did.
Okay, well let's
Just
do a
that
more happier
it's that
topic.
simple.
I appreciate the topics. Now, in movie talk, you need to cover this stuff. You have to. People want to talk about it.
I
even
could
if you
just
don't want
point out too, like Anthony's saying, it's going to take a while. I don't even know that it will, because I'd say that the things that Kevin Spacey was accused of were far more serious, and he's getting work again.
He's not getting He's getting.
No, he's not gonna. He's
outskirted.
getting straight to DVD work. That's
Peter
what it
Flat
is.
Rabbit or whatever it's called.
Work is work. I mean, people are hiring him. So.
I'm talking about
I mean, yeah,
not
but he's
to
not
the
making like a lot of
That's
money.
true. I think Joe's correct there. Work is work.
No, the CJ, she's not coming back as well.
Hey Cal, how's it going?
Hi,
No, oh, sorry. That's not what I meant. I mean, Gina was
Hey,
probably at
hey.
parties.
No, I appreciate you. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Cal. I appreciate the question. I need to do that. If I'm going to take on John Campy and take him down, I need to cover lots of topics. So thank you. I will clip that out.
So
Thanks to Cal.
Gaza, what's going on?
Within the entertainment realm, is Gaza entertainment, Perp? No, it's
Well,
very
the
sad.
entertainment people have opinions.
No, and that's a I don't want to discuss. I feel for every human life lost, and every human life lost is important to talk about. I can't fix the situation. Most of the politicians that were not to get into politics that were eligible to be voted for, the candidates, neither one had a solution to that disaster. So I don't know what to do. I just hope that people stop suffering.
Fair enough. Now let's do trans in sports. Go.
The one now?
God damn it, Perp.
You want to be Campion? Let's go.
Campy doesn't talk about that.
Sports
This is
is
not Joe
entertainment.
Rogan.
Sports
This is not.
entertainment. Sports entertainment.
Well, to be fair, Campia does do a sports show now.
I will give you a nuanced answer
He
on that
brings on
too,
the filthy. Are
asshole,
you
for
here to
bringing
bring
it up.
on the filthy?
I
don't see you
support
doing
the
it.
trans community, and I also support women. Okay, and I would like a answer that respects both.
Why are we
because I
talking about
don't think this situation just in sports is fair. Now,
oh, it's sport. Oh yeah, this should
restroom
be
situation is completely different. People either use the restroom, and it's disgusting that people want to go after that. But if I'm going to be completely transparent and honest, I want to respect the trans athletes and what they identify as and let them do what they feel they naturally should be competing in. But I also want to respect women that have been in the sport and want things equally on an equal playing field. And I don't necessarily think it is. And I don't have the answers for that. And I hope smarter people will figure something out. That's my answer. That's my expert answer without offending anyone.
Did it.
Hopefully. Did
The
it?
next Campia. The next Campia. I'm calling it.
I'm offended.
Why are you offended?
He took those, dude. He took those so well, and he wrote
Because you can't just dismiss women that are in the sport and are
Look at 'em.
competitive and have some concerns.
No, I'm not.
about,
I'm not judging the answers themselves. I'm saying you answered it.
That's a terrible
cohesively.
answer. Okay.
He answered cohesively and coherently. That's all I care.
I respect the trans athletes being in women's sports and vice versa. Trans
What about
men
men's
being
sports?
in
That's
men's
the problem.
sports.
You're leaving men behind. That's what Kamala did. And she lost. You're leaving men behind. What about?
But
trans
I
and
also
sports?
want to. I don't want to just dismiss the athletes that say they have some concerns. I don't want to answer that. I would like someone else smarter than me to figure it out.
Yeah.
So Bianca, you might be smarter than me. You figure it out. I don't know.
What about Jake?
And I don't. And my intention on MME is not to offend anyone. And thank you so much, Perp, for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
And I think I saw the viewership plummet.
Max is going to talk about.
I gave a better answer than Bill Maher.
Yeah, you did. You wrote it, man.
Yes,
I wrote that.
but Bill Maher was in the movie DC Cab with Mr. T, and you weren't, so he still got it all over you.
Okay. Let me see what's the best. Okay, so this is I thought this would be great. I know you love the movies.
Yeah.
But what 5 horror franchises that could work on TV?
Ooh.
It has some suggestions here.
Ooh.
With so many horror franchises moving to television, Joe Blow takes a look at what should be next to make the jump. You know what you basically did to me? You did that Deadpool scene, Deadpool Wolverine, where he talks about religion, politics, and he's like, "Go." And he brings up all the most controversial. You did that to me.
I
just now.
Deadpooled you.
Yeah, you Deadpooled me.
Based.
Okay, no one in this planet don't care about your opinion on
Well,
this.
I cared. That's why I asked Senior Nerd.
Well, Senior Nerd is
Bianca,
a hater,
I
so-
was, I love Bianca's good friend. So I don't mean to offend you at all, but if you don't like my answer, you can message me on X and explain where I may have faltered in my ideas on that. Okay, but getting back to this topic, 5 horror franchises that could work on TV. Let's see what the suggestions.
I already agree with the Predator and Alien. They should be TV shows because they work better as comics.
Okay.
And there's tons of stories you can tell with Predator and Alien.
Thank you, CJH.
He's declaring this.
But they put these 2 in the image here, but I want to see the whole article, see what they recommend, see
What
if we
are
agree
those
with
2
it.
images, Max?
Predator?
And what's the other one?
Is that Candyman or not?
That's Candyman, correct?
Yeah.
Who unfortunately just passed away last week.
Todd,
He
rest
did
in
just
peace.
pass.
Nice
Well,
guy.
how
too.
old is this article?
I'm sorry, Bianca. I don't really.
Oh my
Okay.
God!
I will talk to you soon, Bianca.
Good thing I didn't ask about Kenny.
Don't get Perp
To
started.
be fair,
Now I know what to make
you
more
should
comfortable.
blame
Thank
Pep
you,
because he brought it up.
Okay.
Hispanic.
Yeah, I am blaming you.
I'll ask him in Spanish.
We also,
Make it really
besides the
uncomfortable.
swear jar, we have a controversial topic jar.
That's
99
because
cents.
Max said it himself. He's white pilled.
I was
Whoa,
white
whoa,
pilled.
whoa! What do you mean white pilled?
White pilled.
But that's what he said.
There's blue pilled and
That's
red
what
pilled.
he said.
Black
Whoa,
pilled.
whoa! This sounds racist, sir. Let's move on.
It's not
Candyman?
racist.
That's
It's
what
not
he
it.
said.
Black
You can
pilled.
clip it.
I actually watched the Young Rippa music video about being white pilled, and then I did a research on YouTube. What does white pilled mean? So black pilled is like people that are
Oh my- Can you not
disgruntled.
do this in front of Tony Todd, who just died?
They're
digging
disgruntled. It's not has nothing to do with
hole.
race. It has nothing to
So
do with
much
race.
more.
Don't make it racial.
You know what this is? This is goblin pilled.
No, black pilled
This whole
means
stream
that
is
you
goblin
think there's
pilled.
no point to the systems,
been
Republican or
purple pilled.
Democrat. It's all fixed. Everything's crap. Yeah, there's no answers to anything. And white pilled is taking the ideas of black pilled that says, oh, well, things are rough and difficult, and there's problems with the two-party system, the Republicans and the Democrat, but eventually good will win out. And then I saw the results of the election, so I don't know if I'm still white pilled or not. Okay,
Which one is nuclear
get this from
fallout
tarot cards?
and restart?
good God, are you guys dismantling this topic? I thought this would be one you'd be happy about.
I want to dive into it. That's why I said, who is
Okay.
that? And trying to
Okay.
get engagement.
All right. If there's one thing Hollywood can't help themselves following trends. As soon as something is popular, they want to milk it for all it's worth. That's why after Penguin's success, the focus is more Penguin versus just doing another spinoff in the Batman world. And those execs start to complain about Penguin fatigue. They'll have no one to blame but themselves. There's another trend going on right now, and that's the popular horror films being adapted into television. The Creep Files. Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
about that.
That's
Have you heard of that?
found footage. Yeah, creep.
Yeah,
was
it's
recently
recent.
released
This
to Shudder.
isn't a new thing, by the way.
Werewolf mask guy.
This has been happening for a
I
while.
never
Well,
saw
there's
his
a
brother, one of the
Chucky.
Duplass brothers or something. Someone.
I
or-
never did see
Also,
Homer loved the
Carrie
original
Carrie is getting a TV show. With
Oh, really?
Creep.
By
I mean, they
Mike-
did Bates Motel. They did.
Yeah.
So you
There's
can look,
From, which isn't based on a IP,
That's
but
a
it's a
newer
great
one,
horror
but
show.
like,
There's the Chucky show,
Sabrina?
which I want to watch.
Do you know what one of the best still is, though nobody talks about it anymore?
What?
Yeah.
And this is only kind of a cheat because it's not really based on a franchise, even though it is. Friday the 13th, the series from the 80s, is still one of the absolute best.
Wednesday.
I didn't know there was one, Joe.
It's an amazing show.
Is it
that
on
has-
DVD or
it's-
VHS?
It's on DVD.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Ash
It
versus
has,
Evil Dead.
it has nothing to do with the Friday the 13th franchise.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe, but can
That's
you say
right.
that again? What was that series that's based on a horror franchise?
Ash versus Evil Dead, baby. Let's go.
Can you? Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. I actually, if you could find me where I could get that at an affordable price, I'd like to watch that.
So it's a great show.
And they're talking about like Crystal Lake, a series now too.
Hannibal.
Now,
Yeah.
That's
Friday-
true.
Friday
CGH,
the-
You remember
CGH
the
is
film?
on
You
topic
remember,
and delivering goodness. Hannibal was a great series that people brought
They
back.
got canceled.
you remember the movie Carrie?
That was disturbing. Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah, it's getting a TV show by Mike Fagenham.
Scream.
Mike Flanagan.
Scream did a TV
Yes.
show.
He's
Yeah.
entangled.
Oh, it's right there in the article. Yeah, that's gonna be. that's
Degrassi
gonna be
called
good.
Mike Flanagan a long time ago that Mike Flanagan was going to get entangled with a bunch of Stephen King
And
stuff. He called
Bruce, the king of nerds, says, yes, let's listen to Eric July.
Hell
LOL.
no.
I don't listen to what he says on YouTube, but his music is legit. I liked his
that. That guy
music,
can't even put a sentence together. Like, what the fuck?
but
are you
he
gonna listen to him
can
about?
spit on a mic though when he's rapping. Yeah.
It sounds
he
like
could
the
growl.
ghost from Scooby Doo.
All right.
Blah
So
blah blah blah.
Okay, it says the Carrie TV show, Cape Fear TV series, Crystal Lake, Welcome to Derry. That's right. This is a huge trend. This is even more so than other stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the
Here's
movie-
Ash versus
even
Evil Dead
though
right there.
the-
They dropped it.
Even
They
though the
dropped it.
movie
That's me,
was
that's me.
great back in 1976,
That's
Yeah.
me. That's
it
me.
is getting a TV show.
This is and I want to cover this Popeye the Slayer
A,
because I
a
really want.
Nightmare on Elm Street TV show will never happen because of the right stuff. It just never.
Well, do you think?
The right
here's
stuff,
the
Luke?
question:
Yeah, the right
do you
issues.
think streaming has helped TV thrive more than movies?
I think on TV you develop more characters and
I
depth.
think it's just the enthusiasm with the fans. I always say
Yeah.
some of the best fans are horror fans. They keep promoting stuff
Because
even when
I
fail.
find
They always show up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not too
And
excited.
that's the thing
for
about
movies,
horror.
but
Like
it's
no matter what
TV
horror
shows I'm
movie,
more excited for.
so what? No matter what horror movie you make, fans is gonna show up. Every
And you know
time.
what, CGH? Horror fits into your current hipsterness of not always being mainstream. There's a lot of indie horror releases.
Yeah, like right there, the Popeye one that is doodoo.
Nah, that looks cool.
That looks doodoo.
No, you don't know.
looks
You don't
doo-
know
I'm
yet.
sick of.
But
I'm
it's
sorry,
fun
bro. I
doodoo.
saw the trailer. There was a trailer 2 days ago.
Did you see the Little Mermaid one? That one looks.
That was
awful.
level as hell.
Okay. Well, all right. So it says Chuck. We've seen Chucky in Ash versus the Evil Dead proof. You don't even have to start over. You could just continue the same canon. Oh, it's not real, but they talk about canon. You see that, Perp? You see that, James Gunn?
Yeah.
Talk about canon. Yeah. I'm not. That's not what I said.
Was
Perp.
that Nightmare on Elm Street TV show back in the 80s and 90s? I don't remember.
Yeah, Freddy's Nightmares was a pretty terrible show.
Okay, yeah, okay, that was on top.
All right.
Predator.
So, what do we think about Predator TV
They have
series?
this new Alien TV show.
Yeah, it's coming out by it's coming
But
out.
Predator would very much benefit from a
Yeah,
TV show.
I'm surprised. I guess because they busy making a lot of money on the big screen. Well, the last one wasn't streaming,
Not
but the
really. Predator hasn't really taken
Well,
off
okay,
the way
my bad. I
Alien
need to
has.
rephrase that. It was successful on streaming in 2020,
I'm just saying that Predator
but the
would
next, but the
make
new one, yeah, but the new
more
one that's coming
as
out
streaming.
Yeah, but the new one is coming out next year. It's gonna be great.
Ooh, I didn't even know this existed.
I mean, probably Max.
Is it on VHS or only on DVD?
Only DVD.
Okay.
3
Nah, you could get it on VHS. Let me see.
Or maybe individual.
Let me go on
episodes,
eBay.
Not the whole series.
Yeah, you could get it on eBay. Let me see.
I wonder if the horror collectors realize.
Basically, what I
if it's
mean is
expensive, it's on
Predator
VHS.
would benefit from the Star Wars smaller scale type thing.
Max,
I don't think so.
Max, the premise of the show, the premise of Friday the 13th was that a man had made a pact with the devil to only sell cursed objects in his antique shop. And then he died, and now his niece has inherited the shop. And she is going and trying to bring back every cursed item he sold and lock it away in the vault so it can't hurt any more people.
That's interesting.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Grossi says there's also Freddy Nightmares from 1988 to 1990.
Yeah, that was a rough show. The first episode's good though. Toby Hooper directed the first episode, and it did tell the story of Freddy being killed by the mob.
There was a Friday the 13th series. Okay, there was a Friday the 13th series TV show in Canada.
Underworld TV series.
It's not even horror, really. That's like action.
That's action.
It's more.
No one cares
I
about
would
that
say,
anymore.
but that's what it was. Perp. What if you make a Underworld
That's
series that takes a more horror genre?
Sure.
I think that would be the way to reboot it or continue the Underworld
Base.
series.
Base.
Yeah.
And what if we hire little movie Perp to take that
do
task
it.
on?
I'll do it.
Vampires and werewolves, but make it more horror.
Counterpart.
No, what do you would that get you hype if they did that?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely. Werewolves versus vampires, anything? Sure. Like, well, I don't know. The gothic thing might be a little. They have to update it somehow and not do it like The Crow. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what
I was
would
actually really
benefit
enjoying
from
The
a
Crow at
TV
the beginning.
show that will probably never happen, but they tried. They tried with Del Toro.
There's an obvious
rebooted TV show.
There's an obvious movie that needs to be in here, and if it's not, I'm rioting, and that's Cabin in the Woods. That needs to be a show.
Cabin in the Woods. Ooh.
Cabin in the Woods, the show.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods. Yeah.
So far, do you agree with
All
this
those
list,
monsters
everyone?
deserve their time in the light.
Hellboy TV series.
Yes,
That would benefit from it. Yeah, that would benefit from a TV show as well.
Let me tell you why. Because the last two movies sucks ass.
The new one you saw, did you see
yes,
it?
they do. Yes, they do.
No,
I saw
you
the
didn't
new
see
one. It's
it.
terrible.
You didn't see Crooked Man.
It's ass.
Crooked Man
It's
was
ass.
pretty good.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't
know
mind
about
the
that.
first
If you
half.
like, if you like it, good for you.
My wife
I just
actually
don't.
does.
I'm just sick of tired. Like, make a Hellboy a TV show. Make a 3-season Hellboy TV show. A Hellboy 3. And it will be more time to develop the characters and the other characters that's in the Hellboy universe in the comics.
Yeah.
That's
Well, my wife wanted
without
to see
making
this
movies.
movie,
Weren't they?
but it wasn't
weren't they
based on the
working-
Hellboy. It was about the horror vibe of the trailer. It
weren't-
feels just
are-
like a horror movie with Hellboy in it.
Are they still
horror
working
movie.
on the
That's what it is.
Halloween
It's
TV
not
show?
bad. It's just a cheap horror movie.
I like
Are they still working on the Halloween TV show with Michael Myers?
Which one? Who?
What's that?
A24?
They were talking about.
Why are they doing that? They need to do like
TV show.
Hellraiser. Where's that?
I've
Hellraiser?
never,
I don't know about
I've
Candyman.
never seen,
Candyman?
I've never seen Candyman, and I was really intrigued by the Costa Candyman, but I never watched it. Is it good?
It was
Yeah,
good.
Candyman 1 and Candyman 4 are fantastic.
Okay.
2 and 3, not so great.
I love Candyman.
The new one, the new Candyman.
Do you
was
think
good.
it would work as a TV show though, Perp?
I guess it is very like the whole urban setting is kind of it's very appealing and it feels very fresh in the horror genre. How they did it, you know, the commentary on you know, the urban landscape and like you know, the black community and all that. I thought that was really cool, and how like drug dealers would use his legend to like, you know, boost themselves up. I think that could be chronicled really cool in a show. Like what's that, like The Wire or something like that, but with like this Candyman horror tinge. That'd be kind of sick, actually. Yeah, you're probably right. I was like, I actually talked myself into it. I was like, oh yeah, The Wire. Do that.
Back when I was in college, a friend of mine like had a band, and he wrote a song based on one scene in Candyman, not based on the whole movie, just based on the scene, and it was the bathroom scene. And the title of his song was "I Hear You're Looking for the Candyman, Bitch."
Wow. Okay.
It's a great song too.
I think that's all. I think that's
That's
all.
it. That's lame, bro. They didn't even try.
They did 4 or 5. They did 5.
All right, even though it's a movie, American Psycho as a show. Wow, that would.
Ooh, you blew my mind.
Can I give one that
Yes.
I think that would definitely benefit? They already did it once with Sarah Connor.
That's
Chronicles,
absolutely.
But they
falling
need
in
to
genre
do
to
a
horror. Yes.
They need to do a Terminator TV show.
No, I actually think, even though you're off topic slightly there, CJH, because I think they
No,
should bring
because
Terminator
it's
back
TV
to
show.
horror and do it a series. Like the
Yeah.
first Terminator was more
But
like
I mean,
slasher.
like, tell the future war as a TV show.
Wasn't Sarah Connor kind of like a final girl in the first Terminator, Perp?
She 100% was.
Yeah. So
No, it's a slasher movie, but the slasher uses guns.
But I mean, like, tell the story of John Connor in the future, but as a TV show.
But how is that horror though?
Well, I mean, you would have the
This is just what you
Terminator
want.
chasing after
I think
him. That would be the
Terminator's
horror
done,
out.
I think you should make a pitch for that, Perp. Call James Cameron. I know you have his
No.
number.
You
And
think
say,
I'm the
you know
only
what?
asshole that would go to James Cameron? I think you need to turn it back into a horror film. I'm sure he gets. told
No,
that
I
every
say I
fucking
haven't.
day.
No, don't tell him. Say I have an idea for me to direct
Oh.
a new Terminator series, so
You're
you
gonna
could
have to hear
still
a
do your
pitch, and that's
movies,
where I'll-
James. You could still do your movie continuations, but you can do Terminator TV
They already,
series.
they
But make
already have
extremely
one.
horror.
It's called the Sarah Chronicles.
It's not exactly horror, no.
It is good. It's better.
It's more sci-fi, right?
This should continue into with a new season actually.
Well, they
Okay,
should
well,
do both. It's like how the Alien movies are horror and sci-fi. You just combine the two.
Just sitting.
Who's even going to distribute them?
Well, what does anyone else
Is
have a
Fox
suggestion
going to?
before we move on to something else of what horror?
There's this Italian movie I love. It's one of my favorite movies of all
Oh,
time. called-
Italiano.
with Rupert Everett called Cemetery
But-
Man. I always thought
But
that would be a
I
cool
thought
show.
James Cameron was focused on Avatar.
You motherfucker.
Bro, he literally said that he wrote a brand new script about Terminator like a couple months ago.
It's always Avatar.
Yeah, Cemetery Man. The Italian
Hmm.
movie. It's cool.
Cemetery Man.
It's about a guy that works at a cemetery that the dead come to life.
What
and
about-
his job is to like kill them again? And
What about-
Is he woke?
What
Super
about?
woke.
I
The-
love it. I love it.
What about Dawn of the Dead? George Romero's like universe of zombies.
Yeah,
Instead of-
in a series?
Isn't he making a new one next year?
No, he's dead.
No, I'm
That's
talking
the
about somebody that he wrote.
that
Oh
vibe
yeah, the
though,
Session
is-
9. The Session
No,
9
he wrote
director is
a
doing his
final movie, and somebody's
yeah.
going to direct it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. The Session 9. He's correct. I think it's Brad Anderson.
Yep.
Got the last Romero script and is doing a movie on it.
Bro, just leave the man legacy, bro. He's been dead for a long ass time.
I like Brad Anderson. He did an amazing haunted asylum movie called Session 9. One of the
Oh my
creepiest
god,
movies I
Exception.
saw back in the day.
Forget about that. There could be.
All right.
Oh no!
Oh my
Popeye
God,
the
look at
Slayer
those
Man.
arms.
He is what he is. This image gets me
my
hyped. Now I didn't watch the
God,
trailer,
bro.
so I don't know. But
Can I
I think
tell
it
you
looks
what I
awesome.
want from this? I want him.
Watch the trailer. You want to watch the trailer?
Not
Yeah,
now. It's
I
probably
want- I want
violent.
him-
Violence
I want
gets you
him-
demonetized.
I don't know
want
about
him
if we get
to-
demonetized.
I want him to have like a drug-fueled like rampage when he has spinach, and his
I'll
eyes
put
get
the-
like
I'm gonna see if
bloodshot.
I saw the other
When he
day.
has
Let me see if I
spinach,
can
his eyes
find it.
get bloodshot, and he just sees blood red. He just starts killing everything in sight with spinach.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes a maniac. Oh my God! It's probably gonna suck.
Or stuff's like starts spitting out his pipe like flames and shit.
I saw the first Mickey Mouse one, not the Steamboat one. There was another one called Mouse Hunt with the Mickey Mouse slasher. It was atrocious. It was like atrocious. It was like one of the worst movies I saw last year.
Joe, are you interested in this at all, or is like nah, hard pass?
No, I have no interest at all, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's totally fake. It's not Popeye. I mean, they're using that name because they have access to that name, and it's basically a name recognition thing of like,
He looks like Popeye.
look what we're doing. We're doing Popeye.
What if he eats spinach?
Because it doesn't matter. The character of Popeye is.
Perp, I put the link in the private chat. Hey, Max, you can watch it.
Here's the question: what is a character?
No, but I mean, listen. I agree with you. I'm sick of tired of this public domain people using
I'm
these
not.
characters.
I love
and,
it.
Like, if you want to be better than the Disney virgins, well, not just this. Popeye been public domain for a long ass time, but like, do something else with it. Yeah, like
Just a quick question for Joe.
Do
Be
what?
better than the movies.
Do what?
Is
Do what?
there-
Do what with a low budget?
What makes a
CJ, just a
character? Is
question
it
for
just a
Joe.
name? Is it just a name? Is it just the design?
This is a beautiful. I love spoof fairy and parody in public domain. You don't have to watch it. It
But
doesn't
how?
hurt. to
But
look
how?
them up.
Never.
Oh no,
You're
go
not
ahead, Joe.
answering the question.
Okay.
You're not answering the question. What makes a character? Like if
Okay.
I stick a guy in a blue suit with a red cape and he could fly, does that just make him Superman, or does he have to act like Superman? Like I
He
mean,
would-
there's
yes,
more
the
to a character.
characteristics of how the
Yes,
character
but
acts
I
is
think
part of it.
okay, but with
Yes.
Popeye, does he not? Is what is the Popeye character? He's a sailor. He's fighting. Does he have anger issues? I don't remember. Doesn't he
Weren't
have
they
anger issues?
supposed to do a cartoon?
Does Popeye
like
in
an
the cartoons
animated
have an
movie,
anger
and
issue?
they
You kind of
canceled it?
not
I'm
anger,
trying to answer
but,
Joe's question.
No, I just perp, and we'll get
What?
to your question too, CGH. He gets like hype, and it's not like anger, but he gets like super energetic.
But it's
and
to
starts
fight, right?
swinging his. He
But
does
it's
start
to fight.
swinging his fists.
It's
Yes,
to fight, right?
But if
Yes,
he
he
does, but if he does things that are out of character, then it's not Popeye. Like Popeye is not a killer. Popeye is not. No, okay. If you put Popeye in a situation where he's being stalked by a killer, that's a little different. But like if it's Popeye reacting to, but if this is slasher Popeye where he's like going to put on grab his spinach and go out and start killing people, Popeye wouldn't do that. So you've now broken the character. So yeah, you're using the name, but there's nothing about this character that is actually Popeye.
here's
So,
the
what's the
thing.
point?
Here's why I think I understand it goes against this character to be a Slayer man, right?
Yeah.
Here's two thoughts. If it's public domain, technically, they could probably just do a Popeye movie that is closer to the character based
Who's
on his
they?
tone.
This isn't a Hollywood
Per-
production.
No. Whoever wants to make it because it's now in the public domain.
we
they
know-
could probably
guys-
do it same to his origin values of Popeye, right?
But no. If we're trying to
that
do
would be-
this, they could do this. Then let's be realistic.
What's the origin of Popeye?
If you're gonna do Popeye, you can't do anything with Popeye unless it's a horror film, because horror films are the only thing that you could do for dirt cheap. These are low budget studios doing this. There's no way they could do Popeye in an action setting, right? Because that's require a
Like
high
they
budget.
okay,
This
like
is
some-
literally the only answer to get anything Popeye. Otherwise, you're not. I haven't seen Popeye in decades. This
right.
is
Like
the
what
first
if they
time
try?
I've
What if
seen the
because it's
character in
now in public
anything.
domain? Now that's public domain. Could they
Yes,
do
now we could
something
see
like
these
the
characters
Robin
again.
Williams movie instead of this tone? Could they do that? Someone
No,
try that?
That
Wait,
unless the studio
wait.
wants to do it, no studio
What
wants to
is
do that.
public domain about Popeye? Is it the original strips that he's in?
Well, here's the
Because
other
this
part.
would be
Here's
the
the other
same situation as like.
Well,
the
I'm gonna
Mickey
answer
Mouse,
you,
where
CJ.
it's only The
I'm going to answer you and Joe at the same time.
Well, you
Part of
guys
the
give
issues
it,
with public,
give it the money then. Give people money to
part
do
of
this because no studio is going to do this because they're never going to make money off this if they're trying to treat it serious. Not
okay,
in
so
this
part
not
of
in
the
this
issue,
times.
think of the reason it's easier to go this route, Joe, to answer your question in perp,
Well, wait a
is
minute.
that when the public domain laws, only certain aspects of the character go public domain and not the whole history of the character.
Yeah,
So,
because
You're
King
not-
Kong is public domain, but only the book.
so
You guys
there's
lie
parts.
to yourselves, man.
What do you mean, perp? What do you mean?
Cheeseman
The
said
reason
you
can-
can't
the
make
reason why you
Popeye.
cannot do the reason why you cannot do King Kong.
You can, but you're not going to make any
But
money.
yeah,
and you wouldn't see it.
Bro, because you can. Then, bro, you want to
No,
see
no,
a cheap ass
you
version of
You
King
can't
Kong
make
that is
an
gonna be
action
trash.
Popeye movie without
But
studio
if you
backing.
wanted to,
Here's the problem
if you
with
wanted to
wait,
make
wait.
a movie about King Kong, you'd have to base off.
Oh,
the
go ahead,
book.
go ahead,
No,
Joe.
Yeah, you have to, and you
Perp
have to pay
saying,
those
Perp
VFX a
saying
lot
you
of money.
can't do this seriously. Well, why would you? Popeye never
Because
was
it-
serious. Popeye's a cartoon character.
No, what I'm
Popeye
saying
always
serious
was
to
a
the
comedy.
character, but the
In
character.
fact, Joe, yeah,
Let
Joe,
Perp
yeah,
respond.
I
Guys,
like
what
that.
does that movie look like, and what studio do you think is going to green like that? Like what?
Walt,
Like
Walt Disney and Paramount Pictures
Like,
already
maybe
greenlit it in 1980.
maybe an animated
Fact.
movie, maybe an animated. I'm saying now, like what
Bro,
is the precedent for now?
the William one that he did was amazing. It's probably gonna be better than this piece of shit.
That movie
So
bombed.
like,
Oh my god, guys!
so like,
no
no,
studio's going to
bro.
green like that. Like
Nobody, because nobody's gonna see this. It's only
no
gonna
one's
make
going to
12
green.
bucks.
So you're saying because a movie bombed in 1980, nobody would ever try again? We know that's
There's
not
no
true.
takes that are interesting for a studio to think that the audience would want to see it for the amount of money that the
I don't
studios
know
would
about
need to
that.
put for a Popeye movie.
A
I'll-
nostalgic character that generations grew up loving. Like, I mean, that seems like something that
Popeye,
was,
as
that's
much as he's
catnip to
relevant
the
to us,
studio.
is not
Yeah,
relevant to the
Popeye better-
generations
yeah,
now.
I
There's
agree.
like this.
And
is
how do you
crazy.
keep a character relevant? By
Facts.
doing them. You need
Yep.
to put them out there.
He's been out
What,
of
Dude,
I-
this
out of
movie-
circulation.
You
No, no,
sound
no.
like John Campea right now when he made that foolish comment about
What?
how nobody cares about Garfield. You have to put the character out there, and that's how the
Garfield's
generations-
had active things for years, way more than Popeye. Listen,
But they
Joe. I
haven't-
want to
they
see a new
haven't
Popeye.
put anything out there, and what you
Yeah.
guys are saying because they haven't heard any takes that are good, right? With the Popeye, or at least they don't think it'll sell. So, like, what are you guys asking for? You're saying to make something that they don't want to make because they don't want a Popeye movie. There's no Pop. I haven't seen anyone like ask for a Popeye movie. I'll see it, sure, but like this is finally getting Popeye back into the conversation. This
And
is
then
your
this
way.
might
This is
talks
yes,
about
exactly.
a
This is how you get.
Bro,
This is how you get
stop it,
Popeye. This is how you get a
bro.
real Popeye movie.
Bro,
Yeah,
stop it,
by
bro.
bringing
Only
him
12
back.
people's gonna
Yeah,
see
dude,
this.
because no one was doing anything with Popeye, and this comes out, and the minute this comes out, you guys are like, no, do it for real. It's like,
This
no,
is only gonna
what the fuck?
12,
No.
bro. 12 people is only gonna see this, bro.
I
It
don't
would-
think so.
And I bet you would still
Oh
make more
my
than whatever.
I guarantee,
Popeye
bro.
movies
I
in your head.
guarantee you, this will not make over $1 million at the box office.
Probably not, but it probably only costs 300,000 because that's how much people.
Bro,
are-
this is probably
that's how
only
much
cost- this
it's
is probably only
Popeye's
go-
worth putting money to.
Max, please play the trailer right now. Please.
No, I will not play a violent trailer on the stream.
Nobody,
I would do
bro.
a reaction.
You're not gonna get you already
Because-
got demonetized because of us cursing. Like, bro.
No,
that's
no,
what it
no.
is.
You don't understand.
Yes.
If you do violent content, it could get you a strike. Ask Perp.
Yeah,
I don't know
thank
what's in
you,
the
senior
trailer.
nerd. Thank
I don't know
you,
what's in the
senior
trailer.
nerd. You see? Yeah, they killed it. And I still say so. I hate Sony for that one.
But I'm actually on Perp's angle here. And
of
Joe,
course
I would
you are.
love to see a Popeye that is truer to the character and is heartfelt and inspiring to young people. But Popeye, and I'm not saying that couldn't happen again, but Perp does have a point. The studios had how many years to do this since '84, since Robert Williams, and they haven't touched it.
Yes, but
and
the
there's
only-
not even animated stuff of
Yeah,
Popeye.
but the
currently.
only studio who had the rights to do Popeye are the studios that had the rights to Popeye. The point
Mhm.
is now anyone can do Popeye.
Yeah.
So there you
No
go.
But there's
wants
not
to
even
unless
an
it's this.
animated Popeye show that's been
No
recent.
one wants to
There
unless
was one a
it's
few
this.
years ago.
There was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
it was
didn't-
controversial because they took away his pipe, and everyone's like, "Oh, Popeye's not smoking anymore."
That was funny.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. No.
But I also think if you're an indie studio that has limited funds, I don't think you have to do horror. But at the same point, why are you now that it's in the public domain? And you're thinking, well, what about Popeye? He became a public domain. What can we do with Popeye? Why would you make a movie that's going to be compared to the Robin Williams one, and it's probably going to come short? And I think, my opinion, that the general audiences will be more intrigued with a different take on Popeye than something that's more than likely, with the budget restrictions of an indie studio, is not even going to compare to 1984's Popeye.
Trailer that
what are your thoughts on that, Perk? Yeah.
There's a canceled animated movie that they released a trailer for the Popeye movie.
Okay.
Yeah, play
but
that,
it
man.
never. Yeah, I got it right here, but it never actually.
All right.
Never actually made it.
Play it.
Well, what are your thoughts? I want to hear Perp's responses there. That look like say they wanted to do a really true to character Popeye. I don't think it's worth it because the 1984 movie exists and you're going to be compared to that and you're probably going to fall short.
And for the record, in March of this year, March 19th, 2024, it was announced that a new live action Popeye film was being developed by King Features, who owns the character. So there you go. They are doing a live action Popeye.
I bet you
who own the character.
It's not coming. I bet you they're just trying to hold on to the rights, so they've made that announcement.
No, bro, they own the rights.
They own the rights.
So
yeah, they
here's
own them.
here's the
Don't the rights come? Don't the rights have go on?
No,
there's a
they own
constant
it.
exchange? No,
No,
So
they own it. Once
this
you own the
came out
character, it's yours
can't wait
forever.
to see what their
2016.
authentic Popeye looks like.
Oh my God! Once Betty hits, oh, that's gonna be terrible. The grass thing. Oh Lord.
Oh, this looks great.
Yeah, this is good. I'm sure you could tell a Popeye movie. Like this.
Wait, turn the volume down though, CJ. Down lower.
Yeah, a little bit down, like 50%. Right there. That's. You see, this looks good. This is made by Sony, right?
I do miss the
Yeah,
fight.
and then they canceled it.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
This is what I'm talking about. Sony being retarded.
They felt it wasn't going to make them money. And then
It would. If you release it right now, it would.
I don't know if this will make money, but I'm interested in seeing it.
Bro,
I think
Spider-
olive oil
it's
looks
fun.
best out of
You know what scared them? Probably the Tintin movie scared them. They're like, all right.
Bro, this is like the same. Bro, you can release this right now.
Okay, we've seen enough. I can't even hear Anthony rambling.
It looks good.
Okay, we get it. We get it, Sage. Thank you.
No, give me Popeye squishing heads with his big fucking arms. No.
All right, now we're getting music. It's
Okay,
gonna-
now play the new horror movie.
You know, playing trailers that were taken off could also get you in trouble.
Yeah, it's been Sony don't care.
That
It's
were
been 7
canceled.
years, bro.
I don't know if they
don't
still
care,
want.
bro.
Is that
I think
official
there's two
Sony
Popeye
website?
movies coming
Is
out.
that an
It's from
official
Sony.
Sony channel that has that out, or
They're the one
someone
that
else?
cancel it.
I know, but does the official Sony YouTube channel have that, or someone
Yeah,
else?
It's the Sony official thing.
Okay.
Look, you
right.
should play the horror one. I mean, we.
There's
think
two
Thursday.
horror ones, I think.
I
Yeah,
just
the
remember
other one is Dookie.
Oh wow, that looks awful.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The Slayer Man?
Yeah, I just googled the image. It looks terrible. It's like a cheap
That looks
rubber
like a
mat.
Dick Tracy villain.
It does.
Yeah.
It does look like someone just reused the Dick Tracy.
Is that Flat Top?
Why is Robin Williams there?
All right,
Man,
play the trailer. I gotta see
so
this.
No, I'm not playing the trailer.
terrible,
now.
bro.
Damn it.
Looks like the Goon.
I'm not risking a strike.
Max,
Damn it.
we are good, bro. No, let me see. If it's
When you do violent trailers, I'm okay to
It's
do
R-rated.
pre-recorded where you
It's
upload to
R-rated.
YouTube and
It's
YouTube checks
R-rated.
it. You know
It's
how many
R-rated.
reactions I've done where I upload to the YouTube system and are like, oh, this is going to get you this or that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to release
But
it.
it's
then.
R-rated,
I'm not
though.
doing that on live. I do Marvel trailers on a live stream, Disney, because that's fair. It's easy. They don't have problems. I'm not doing I'm not chancing it, especially not before the holidays. I need to pay some money down for the holidays.
I mean,
What about Popeye as a musical? Would you guys watch that?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
they've done that already.
Yeah, they done that.
The Robin Williams movie.
That's
Yep,
true.
that was amazing.
The music was so good. They used a lot of those songs again.
They should
In,
be- they
What
should
about
be-
Popeye as a
Punch
sci-fi?
Drunk Love.
He's a sci-fi
Popeye the
sailor.
what? Yeah. No.
Science fiction in the future. He's like a space sailor.
I
Did
guarantee.
you guys want other genres outside of horror? I'm
Wait,
trying to
what?
come
Let
up
me
with
see what public domain characters go and let me see what public domain characters go next year. in 2025.
Okay.
Definitely
Well, let's check out some Twitter stuff real quick, and then
public
we'll do some
domain
mailbag.
characters
So
2025.
CGH leaves me alone. We could cover other topics too, but
Okay,
it's
so in 2025, public domain will be Batman. No,
you can't use all aspects of Batman. It's very restricting what you can do.
10. I don't know how to spell this character. TIN, whatever.
10?
10. Yeah, whatever that character is. And
Tintin.
Yeah,
Tintin.
10. Yeah. That's
I will
one
say the
public domain.
easiest answer
Tintin
is
is public
these.
domain?
Yeah,
Damn.
next year in 2025.
Well,
We're
Joe,
gonna get a Tintin horror film.
wait.
Let's go.
You think maybe someone else will make a sequel to Tintin?
Horror.
Well, what I will say to Joe is another, and not just another answer to your question. I don't always want to see personally, subjectively, just so true to the character when it goes to the public domain. I want to see a different angle. But the other thing is, you have
is it a
there's
different
new,
angle if it's wildly
there-
different?
There's a new
Yeah.
Sherlock
Yeah, I
TV
agree.
show in the works.
Well, it is still the character. It's a
Is it
very
though?
different version of the character.
Is
Yes.
it though? Like, okay,
He eats
let me
spinach.
go. Let me go to my go-to example. Did you watch the Supergirl?
Okay. So, Popeye goes in public
Anthony,
domain next
please
year.
don't interrupt Joe. He was on a
Oh, my
roll.
bad.
Okay.
Did you watch Supergirl on CW?
Yes.
All right. There was
Not all
a
of it.
character on that show named James Olsen.
Yes.
Jimmy.
How was that character anything in any way, shape, or form like Jimmy Olsen? Now, the one thing
Nothing.
people are going to jump right to is the race. Forget about the race. They made him an African American guy. I don't care about that. But the fact of the matter is, he was good looking. The ladies all liked him. He didn't like to be called Jimmy. He liked to be called James. There was nothing about that character that paralleled the character of Jimmy Olsen, who was kind of a dork, who goes by Jimmy. He's Superman's pal. He wears bow ties. He's not a ladies' man. There was nothing about the character of James Olsen that said Jimmy Olsen. And I'm like, it's like you went for name recognition, but you created a completely different character that had no connection to this other character. And they did it again a couple years later on the same show when they introduced Snapper Carr. Now, Snapper Carr in the comics was a beatnik who used to
Yep.
hang out with the Justice League and like to snap his fingers. a
Yep,
lot.
indeed.
That character,
That could be you, CGH. Can you
That's
start
a-
finger snapping?
that's a very dated character. Obviously, you're not going to have like a beatnik character who goes around just snapping his fingers all the time. But they turned him into this old, grizzled newspaper editor who was cranky. And I'm like, okay, so you went again for name recognition for a character that 90% of the people aren't going to recognize his name because most people don't know who the hell Snapper Carr is. So why did you even do that?
I understand there's a lot of differences in the Supergirl Jimmy Olsen that wants to be called James Olsen, but there are still parts of that character that resemble the original character.
What?
He's a
characters
photographer. He works for
He wasn't even a photographer anymore on the show.
well, he's like a reporter then, I guess. He still works for a newspaper. It's vastly different, but yes.
I think in adaptations it's okay.
Okay, so
because I don't know what the
characters, okay.
original intent was. Maybe they wanted to, put this.
Yeah,
they
change
didn't
a
like the
little bit,
Jimmy
update it a
character.
little bit, yeah.
Fine, people have their opinions and they want to beef it
Updated
up
for
for a certain
modern
way.
times.
So characters.
Is it though? Is it updated for modern times, or is it you just created a brand new character and kept the name? I mean, like you
sound like the anti-SJWs. It's not the character.
How
Yeah.
far do you bend a character before it's not that character anymore?
That's the question. That's the question.
Well, it depends because I'm
I
sure
think
those
they got
people
close with
sometimes
James
you could
Olsen,
just
I
get
do.
an element of that character, and that's enough for those.
Now
creative
that's a
writers.
great question.
Exactly. Now take the character of Snapper Carr again.
Yeah.
If
I
you
don't
look
even
at
know
who
who the hell that is.
if you look at who Snapper Carr was in the Justice League comics, he was supposed to be like a cool teenager. He was supposed to be like a cool kid. Now, by today's standards, he's very different because he was created in the 60s. We don't have beatniks anymore. Okay, but you could take a look at that character and go,
disagree.
who was that then, and who do we turn that into now?
can I
What is the
give-
equivalent of like the cool
Hold on,
beatnik now? Is it like the is it the goth kid, the emo kid? I don't know. I'm not hip. But like you find that
I know
parallel.
that too, Joe.
if
love
you
you,
find
man.
that
It's true.
parallel, you could be like, okay, we've taken this and updated it to this. But if you don't have any kind of parallel whatsoever, it just comes off as you just took a name and you took nothing of that character. And that says to me, you don't really care about that character.
Wait, but, Joe,
I
but you
mean,
can't.
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
but
I just
that goes against your
put in
argument
the
for
private
Popeye because
chat.
they're clear because they're clearly
Yeah,
taking
CJ,
several
type it out
elements.
because Joe and
Oh,
Perp
Jesus
are
Christ. They're
riffing.
clearly taking several elements from
I put
Popeye,
in the
from his
private chat
sayings
anyway.
to they could
Sometimes
literally.
it works.
Oh my fucking God, CJH, Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's all right, CJ.
finish.
I meant like type it out so we could, because they're going back and forth. Go ahead, Perp, and type it in their chat.
Like
CJ,
we don't
if you
know,
could,
we
be
don't know
kind
if they
to.
could literally. The genius is
just
that
an
no, we
article.
actually were able to get Popeye's motivation and flip it where it still makes
No,
sense.
ain't
And it's
no
still his
public
motivation, but
domain
it's just like a
character ever
darker version of it.
motivation, bro.
Like we could see from the poster that they're taking several elements, so it goes against your. They're just taking the name and changing the character.
Nah.
I think it is still to answer your question, Joe. How far do you bend a character before it doesn't become the character anymore? That's a great question, but it's still.
Well, then look at how Superman looked in the beginning. How did Superman with his powers
Men in
and then his
Black
look when it
was
first came
nothing
out
like the
compared to now?
comics. Mask was nothing like the comics.
Okay. Let me say.
Big Hero 6 was nothing like the comics.
Okay, let me say this. So characters that go in public domain next year: Popeye,
Wanted was nothing like the comics.
Pluto, Betty,
Oh my God,
Goofy.
Pluto.
Goofy?
There's your Cujo movie.
Well, Goofy's in 2028. Ronald the Duck is in 2029. King Kong in 2029.
Ronald the Duck?
Yeah, it's in
Donald
2029.
Duck?
The early
Donald Duck.
version,
Ronald
version of the character.
Ronald the Duck.
Yeah, like
His
the early
brother.
version, like the early.
Oh,
version.
it was Ronald the Duck.
Yeah, like the early versions of the characters. King Kong, obviously the early version.
Wait a second, Anthony. I'm catching you. Are you saying the first version of Donald Duck was Ronald the Duck?
No, I'm saying when the characters go into public domain, it's the
Yes.
early version of the characters that was in the 50s.
Their
and
early
60s.
designs.
Yes, the early designs. Yes.
So they're
that would
limited what
be-
they could do, and then you
Yes, they're
have these
limited what they
IP
could do,
lawyers that
yes.
work at these companies ready if you
Yes.
use too much. That's
Yes.
something. So that's why it's easier to drastically change the character.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 2032, Superman in 2034, Bugs Bunny in 2035.
Are you saying that this guy right here could become public domain if you want to share this?
Which character? I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to share it, but
Yes. Oh, yes.
That was the
Spider-Man.
first version of
Jack
Spider-Man?
Kirby's Spider-Man, yeah.
Well, yeah, it could. Yeah,
He had a
but
gun.
not like it could, but not like
Every superhero started off with a gun.
yes,
Swear to
for
God.
whatever reason.
Even Batman had a gun, I think.
Yes, but yeah, like it depends on it's like, but they will not use. There's limited to what they could use. If they use more than that, then yeah, the company lawyers will crack them out. And remember that Joker film with females a couple years ago? That had like that, yeah, like DC shut down and
the People's Joker.
Yeah, the People Joker, and then Warner Brothers got involved, and they tell them
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and then they tell them, "Oh, you could release it now."
Well, that was active
Yeah.
IP though. That was different. It wasn't. I don't think it was enough parody. And DC are just asses like Disney. They will go after you.
Yeah.
It
But yeah,
probably.
like-
Here's the thing about that Joker fan thing that was
Mhm.
shut down.
Yes.
It probably was in fair use, but people do not understand,
Uh-huh.
including YouTubers, about fair use is you have to have money to fight fair use. And the
Yeah,
companies in YouTube know that, and all you have to say is claim that it's not fair use, and then you like, oh, you're gonna fight this in court, and people don't have the money to fight it.
Well,
That's why it got
what's
shut
gonna
down.
happen when these and it happened with the Mickey Mouse thing. The
Oh, yeah,
second
the Monkeys,
it
yeah,
becomes
'cause they
public
use
domain,
too much,
you'll
yeah.
have people that make the classic Superman that's exactly like the modern Superman that we have now, with
Like
laser eyes and
when
whatnot,
Superman,
and they'll get sued, and
Ye-
then they'll
yeah.
complain about it on YouTube. We'll be like, Disney's attacking my channel, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
When Superman goes in public domain in 2034,
Can you make it? a stream like that? Disney's attacking your channel.
Oh
Yeah,
my
well,
gosh.
yeah, sure. I'll make
No,
a
but like when
Superman
Superman goes,
movie and
when
then I'll
Superman
complain
goes,
about it.
and when Superman and Bugs Bunny go in public domain in 2020, well, Superman's in 2034, and then Bugs Bunny is in 2035. They will be limited to what they could use, like the virgin, like the I think for Superman they're gonna use the
You
1940
know
version.
that all these chud channels are gonna jump on that and
Oh
like
yeah, the Superman
make
one,
their
the
own
yeah,
version,
yeah.
and then they'll complain when
But
they get
they'll
cracked
only
down
they'll
on
only be limited on what they could use. They only could use the 1940
Yeah, but they
version of
won't
Superman.
realize that, and then
I
they'll
think that
complain
I
about.
think the 19 Joe didn't the 19 version of Superman 40 didn't have the laser yet, right?
No,
didn't have
no,
the
no, he did
it
not.
didn't have the phrase. They didn't have a lot of powers.
He might not have Jimmy Olsen yet.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Jimmy
probably.
Olsen was created on the radio. He was a creation of the radio drama.
I don't even know if
Yeah.
Lois was there at the start. I don't know.
Yeah, so like there's very limited what they could use for Superman. Same as Bugs Bunny, very limited.
You know,
Same as
some
Batman.
characters are created in the movies and then they go into the comics.
And
like,
then and then Bambi.
Coulson was originally from the MCU, and then they put him in the comics.
And then Bambi will be in 2038. I don't know how you could do a Bambi horror movie. That would be.
Well, it's getting later, everyone. This is great points.
Do you
but
think this
I
is
think
gonna
we
be
beat
their
this
Deadpool
topic to death.
sequel that they're talking about?
Well, do you want to see Hugh Jackman continue so we could see this Wolverine versus Hulk?
No, bro. Just let it go.
You just side perp? You don't want to see this?
Why? Like,
There's not a chance Hugh Jackman isn't continuing. He made $1 billion.
Until he's 90.
They're gonna back the money truck.
I
up.
thought we were about good stories.
No, that's feel like
Sometimes you want to just
could be a
This is
good
why.
story.
because
This
you
is
got
why.
that little tease.
And this is why they
Deadpool
have to
lesson.
put shit in when you guys don't like the movies and stuff because they have to shoehorn in scenes that you guys were
This is a
demanding.
classic
Everybody
face
wants
off
it.
What
in
the
Marvel
fuck?
comics and animation.
I was just saying.
bro, this is like the same thing been doing like brother like for the last 4 years. Oh yeah, this is
Well,
happening.
Terrence
this
does not
would make
want.
$1
I
billion.
want to see this.
It's like I was saying just the other day. One of my pet peeves is when people say that the Star Wars trilogy, the most recent Star Wars trilogy, one of the biggest mistakes was they didn't have a scene with Luke and
That
Leia
is a
and
mistake.
Han all together.
Yes.
And I'm like, bullshit. You don't retro fit a story to around a scene. The scenes need to fit the story, not the other way around. You don't go, well, we need to have a scene,
And that's
construct
one
a
of the
story
strengths.
around that.
That's one of the
This
strengths
would
of the
make $1
sequel
billion.
trilogy is
This would
the
make-
story all throughout the
It would.
trilogy. It would
Like,
feel
especially if it's
disjointed,
fun.
Joe.
Exactly.
I
They
think
put the
this
story
would make
first.
$1 billion. I think they're two iconic characters that we all know.
CGH, you want to see this?
Yeah.
I know because you love Hulk.
Look, I
Well,
lost,
they've
I
been
lost my
teasing
hipster
this
CGH.
since
How the fuck? Like
Incredible
this
Hulk.
one picture made CGH go
Yeah.
back on everything he was working on the last month. God damn it, CGH.
No, because I think we can see this. I think this would be great, especially if the rumors are true about Captain America and we don't get a lot of Red Hulk, because I want to see some Hulk action and I want to see some
Yeah,
Wolverine
we haven't
action.
had a Hulk thing in
just
like
saw
forever.
You know
Wolverine
why
kick
this
ass
is
in
great for
Deadpool.
story, Perp?
It's a Hulk appeared in like
You know
2
why this is
seconds.
great for story
2
and why this
seconds.
could make a great story is to answer your question, Perp.
Well, think about
God
this,
damn it.
Perp. Wait, think about
CGH.
this, Perp. This could give us a Hulk another Hulk
You
artsy
guys
film.
are always
This
bitching about
could
story.
green light.
Okay, tell me
another
the
Hulk
story of this.
movie.
Why is this an amazing
I will tell
story?
you one story point that makes this really great, Perp.
What?
This for Wolverine.
What are we discovering here between the characters?
Okay. Well, Wolverine with regenerative powers. This is going to challenge him like nothing else. Where
Why?
Gamma radiation.
I'm pretty sure
also
Deadpool
is
challenged him like
stronger
nothing
and
else.
stronger the more Wolverine hits him. And this is going to challenge both these characters, especially Hulk, more than he's been since
Why?
Thanos. This is
No,
going to
he fought the Abomination.
Wolverine also has regenerative powers. To see that
Well,
against
literally,
gamma
bro.
powers,
And he got his ass
This could
beat.
be. This
And he
could be.
literally- and look,
Fuck Thor.
Who cares?
So when Hulk that
I don't understand what Wolverine. What the
Bruce
fuck
Banner
is Wolverine
went
gonna do?
missing.
He's gonna slash,
When
slash,
Bruce
and get
Banner
thrown.
like, bro,
He
like,
runs
if
up
you
to him
saw
and
in
then
the
he gets
Deadpool-
thrown again, and it's like, all right, cool.
Do,
Altair
everyone
responds
here
to-
remembers Incredible Hulk 2008, right? that Bruce Banner's on the run.
Bro, Norton is never coming back. Let it go with that.
I'm not talking about Eric Norton. They can recast whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, there's a whole story there that they could tell. This could be young Hulk, Savage Hulk versus Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You're right.
Where General Ross has he releases Wolverine after the Hulk.
Why?
Yo,
isn't there a lady that can control the whole weather?
At that time,
Send
Hulk,
her.
Well, Hulk
What the fuck is Wolverine
Hulk
gonna do? I don't understand the obsession with Wolverine. I really don't. It's like, why is he so part? Like, why does everyone think he's so part? Like,
Well, it's a Weapon X program, right?
What?
It would be the Weapon X program.
Okay.
What do you
Weapon
mean?
X.
What about
Why
it?
is Freddy Krueger cool?
Because he haunts your dreams, moron.
He's a cool ass character. He looks cool. He acts cool.
That's it. And he heals. So
he
can get
wrecks
beat up a
shit in
lot.
real life. Freddy
Wolverine
wrecks
is
shit
made
in your
to get his ass
mind.
kicked. That's all he's made for. You guys because you guys
He's
like being dominated. You're like, I can't
He's
wait.
a tortured
to see Wolverine
character. He doesn't want to be a
He's a
hero.
tortured character, and all you guys are looking forward to is his fucking fights.
While we're at it, Degrassi, release Cocoon 1 on 4K.
I don't need it. I have VHS. Wolverine
It's
is
not
no.
why.
he's
I'm not saying Wolverine is not cool.
Can
I'm
we
just saying,
go?
why do you want to see
Can
the
we
Wolverine
go
versus
to
the
the
Hulk
next
fight so
thing?
bad?
Oh my god!
Because
I would say Wolverine is as important of a
I've seen
character
Hulk
as
fight
Freddy.
Thanos. I'm good.
He's an important character.
Can
as
we
Freddy.
go into the next thing? Like Jesus, bro.
Jesus is not on this stream. Okay.
Never was.
We should have him on here. I hear he's a good guest.
Does this make sense to you, Joe?
Oh, I want to know what Degrassi's got.
I know. I like Wolverine. I'm just saying, why versus the Hulk? Like, it's going to be an amazing fight. Like, bro, well, like Storm could fly and control weather. Why aren't we thinking of amazing fights with her?
Wait. Booster gold casting now, or you're saying this week? Because it's come on, Jamalni, right?
That's never been
True.
confirmed.
I know it's not confirmed, but everyone knows.
Everyone knows except the fact that it's not confirmed.
Right.
So we don't know.
Everyone knows that he's been talking. he's been
I
hanging
am
out
out of my
with James Gunn
element with the fucking comics. I know. I understand.
Can you
that.
explain this meme, Joe? With
But I'm
Luke,
just saying,
Lex,
the
Gene
movie
Hackman,
versions
Lex
haven't
Luthor.
demonstrated anything that would make such a cool fight compared to what we've gotten before. The movie version.
I think if it was X-23, Perp would be okay with it.
Oh my fucking god!
Why? Because that's a woker thing? Are you saying Perp's too woke?
I didn't say this.
Okay,
what are you
if
alluding
it's Wolverine versus the female Hulk, yeah, all right,
Oh,
I'll be down
Lord.
for that. Actually, She-Hulk, yeah, do that.
I don't understand this meme, Joe. Can
At
you
least she'll
explain
be
it to me? Do
funny.
you understand? Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor
At least she'll say funny shit while they're fighting.
at the controls, and then in A New Hope when Han and Luke and C-3PO and R2D2
I don't know.
are trying
I
They're
guess they just
making
they think they
fun
look
of the
alike.
controls.
Lex is at the controls.
Why doesn't anyone want to see Hulk versus Gambit?
They say this makes sense on the.
That's pretty funny.
I do want to see that.
Okay, so why is everyone creaming for Wolverine?
Because Wolverine's first appearance was in the Incredible Hulk comic.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yes.
you nerds. It's
Oh my
comic book
God!
shit.
CGH came in like a pinch. I forgot
You
about
got
that.
that from
Yes,
King Portal.
CGH.
You forgot
Oh
about
my
that? Then why were you getting
Oh, everyone
excited
knows
about it?
that.
See, that's
I
Literally
know, but I
everyone
wasn't
knows that.
thinking about that.
Oh,
That
my Lord.
I am out of my element. I admit that, but I'm talking movie shit where it's my element, and I
CJH.
haven't seen anything.
CGH, can you repeat this?
People have
Because you
been
just
wanting
dunked on
this
Perp.
since
I'd rather watch Shang-Chi versus Hulk.
the start
No,
of the
no.
X-Men movies.
CJH, can you please repeat this? Because you just dunked on your pal Perp. Why would people want to see this? Can you repeat this, CJH? Your
Because
last comment.
Wolverine's first appearance was in an Incredible Hulk comic.
Okay, and that was already homaged or referenced in Deadpool and Wolverine. Done.
Not exactly. I mean, that
Not
was
exactly.
a
I saw them
different-
fighting.
That was a
They were
different.
fighting.
I'd rather see
different
Hulk
comic.
versus the Thing.
Yeah.
Which would be nice. That would be nice
Hulk
eventually.
versus Mr. Fantastic, and he's just stretching him. And he
But
doesn't know what
Hulk
to do.
versus John Carpenter's
Dude,
The
that'd be
Thing.
fucking hilarious if Hulk is trying to rip Mr. Fantastic apart and he just keeps stretching him. He's
Okay,
like,
CGH.
what the hell's going on here?
So
He's just
CGH, this
confused.
is how I'd like you to respond. Say,
like
"Perp,
fighting a
that
Stretch
sounds fun
Armstrong."
too, but based on the comics,
I want to
canon,
confuse Hulk stretching Mr. Fantastic. I
the
want
first
that image
appearance
now.
of the Wolverine is in the Hulk.
All right.
I want a confused Hulk stretching Mr.
Let
Fantastic.
me get the two things because give me a
Someone
second.
clip that, by the way, stretching Mr. Fantastic. I think I'm
So
gonna-
this right here is the first appearance that he doesn't even look like the
He wants
modern
to see-
Wolverine.
Oh my
These
God,
guys-
thank you,
This
thank
was
you,
the
Matt,
first
for bringing
appearance.
it up, Matt.
Freaking
Like,
cut
God damn,
arguments.
man.
You
That's
guys
why
need to
people
be in
want-
the room with other people when you enjoy
That's
it.
why
I
people
swear to
want to
God.
see Wolverine versus Hulk. Perp.
I want to see it with that stupid looking masks too. So it can be
Degrassi,
very
you
comic
gotta-
accurate. He better have that stupid looking mask. Mr.
Degrassi,
Comic
I'm
accuracy, all you comic
And then
I'm
this
disappointed Degrassi never followed up. He gave us the tease. and
this
then
right
no
here is
follow-up.
what
You're all full of shit.
this right here is
Comic
what
fans are
Deadpool and
full of
Wolverine
shit.
teased.
No one's ever changing my opinion on that. That's cool.
This
They showed
is
that.
from Deadpool and Wolverine. So this is
That's
what they
Grey Hulk.
teased.
Oh,
This is a completely different comic. This isn't the first appearance. This is completely different.
People are trolling you in the chat, Perp.
Perp wants. No, I don't.
I would want
I
that
want
too.
Storm. I
She-Hulk versus X-23. Yeah.
No. You guys are so lame. I swear to God.
I prefer
I
She-Hulk
hope Kevin
over any
Feige
Hulk.
never listens to you. Ever.
I'm pretty sure Kevin.
Yeah, he
Feige
doesn't. I
wants
don't. You know
to.
what, Perp? I don't have to because they're already. This is the
'Cause
rumors
James
are that
Gunn's
they're going to
listening
do
to me.
this.
Let me tell you.
Bro,
The
That man
rumors
we
are that
move
they're actually going to make
already.
this
has
Wolverine versus
access
Hulk.
to
movie.
my
This was like
dreams and
24 minutes
desires like
already.
no one.
Are you having fun, Perp?
Like, damn, bro. Like, we get it. But
You
rumors
know-
for the last
you know
5
what?
years and it never
Oh,
happened.
look
Like,
at
God
this.
Do you know what we've nobody has discussed tonight?
What?
Wicked.
Oh,
I know.
And I
can't wait to see it for
I got
Wednesday.
out of it this afternoon. I
I'm
went
seeing
and
it
saw it this
Wednesday.
afternoon, and let me tell you something.
it's fantastic, right?
One of the best movies of the year.
Oh my God.
That's
Well,
what I'm
It-
hearing.
it- definitely in the top 5. One
I
of
got my
the best
tickets.
movies of the year.
I'm seeing it, I think, on Friday. Unfortunately, I have to wait a bit.
Joe, can you explain this X post of this little puppy and this big puppy? What
They're-
happened here?
They're dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what happened in the picture from the left to the right?
One of them got bigger. I
It's
didn't
very
know.
cute.
Does this really require explanation?
Yes, it's a different breed of dog, and the little dog's like what the heck? How come you got bigger? He's like very confused in the picture on the right. Very cute.
I like it.
Hey, cute bro, stay the same
That's
size.
why you dumb. Read a. I'm not reading no
Bro,
fucking funny books. You guys know they're I'm watching the movies. All right, I'm a movie guy.
And that's fair. As comic readers, you shouldn't be gatekeepers to Perp.
Unless
Well,
it's
there's
Batman.
animated. There's an animated Hulk versus.
And what?
Wolverine
I
movie.
swear to God, if I read this comic, it better fucking blow me away. It better not. If it's just they're gonna punch each other, there better be some awesome revelations and character shit. Like, what the hell's gonna happen in this freaking Wolverine versus Hulk comic? I swear to God.
Perp only reads the Archie comics.
I hate you, Voltaire, with every fiber of my being, and I want.
We were
going
gonna
to
have you on the mic drop on
publicly.
Friday. I
Good.
wanted to do
Good, I
you and
yell
a
at him.
Voltaire versus Perp debate.
Good, I could yell at him.
Okay.
You didn't.
I
You
mean,
didn't think we
this
come out-
right
come
here, where that I'm sharing, or if Max brings up, this is what.
Oh my God, he's still talking about it.
Yeah,
I don't know what
they
I'm
did it
looking for.
animated movie.
Hi, wife.
Yeah, I own the animated movie. I actually got signed, and mine's signed.
Am I too loud?
Fuck you, Perp. I'm gatekeeping. Well, I'm gatekeeping
Which,
movies, and we're
which
talking
also
movies.
had,
Nah, 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 nah.
which also had Deadpool in it.
You
too.
could gatekeep your funny books. I'll gatekeep the movies.
This is a movie. Perp. This
What?
is a movie.
Oh my
This
God.
right here is a movie.
Animated. Try again. I already got it in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm good. I want to see Hulk fight. I don't know.
Darn it! My wife just called me out because I said in between Bruce's stream and my stream, I was going to do one of the things I was supposed to do, and I didn't do it. And she's like, "So, did you do that? You're streaming?" I'm like, "No, I didn't."
Do the things you gotta do.
I had to fix some paint misses that I did.
Tell
Okay,
you-
I
you
will
didn't
do it
think-
later. Promise, wife.
What is this?
Yeah, Max. You
This
don't
is
have
actually this is going to blow everyone's mind. This
no.
is on my
My
XP.
uncle and my family members get 100-inch TVs.
Anthony,
This is not mind
I
blowing.
didn't even get to say
It's
what I
not
brought it
mind
up for.
okay, bro.
blown. My mind
Bro.
is not blown.
Okay. Here's where I.
Where's
Hold
the
on.
mind to be blown?
TVs are like the only thing that's gotten cheaper since I've got older.
No, it has.
They
bro,
have gotten really cheap.
bro,
Okay.
because you could get cheap ones.
You get
that
a
are
100-incher
Okay.
for $1,600. That's amazing.
Okay.
That's not amazing. It been
They
like
used
that
to
for
be
like.
100K for a 100-inch LCD TV.
No, it wasn't. You crazy, bro.
I should have
Yes,
edited
it
that
was.
movie.
10
I don't know
years
where
ago.
you get your TV from. That was not.
Yeah,
not
where
that
you
much,
get them
bro.
from?
10
7-Eleven?
years ago.
Literally, my family
I
member.
paid this amount
Where do you get your TV
I don't know where you
gas
get your TV
station?
from, bro.
2006 at Best Buy. I paid this amount for a
Oh, you talking
37-inch
about that's
TV.
way back then? Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
So it's gone
Yeah.
cheaper.
It's gotten
Yeah.
cheaper.
The price of bread, the price of a gallon of gas is all
I
gone
got
up.
enough
But
bread.
TVs are
Yeah,
cheap.
but like also like, yeah, you
I ain't
can
going
go, but
hungry.
like my family members got 100-inch TVs and they love it. So yeah, it's
Joe-
the future for sure.
Joe,
Joe,
your
is this
TV
the
is
future?
magnificent in your game room there, right?
Joe's so bored and so am I. Can you move on, please?
Are you upset, Joe?
No, he's bored.
Oh. I was going to ask him about his TV.
Oh, he wasn't hearing us actually. Hey, Joe.
Oh, Joe. I
Yeah.
was going to say this actually blew my mind that the only thing that's gotten cheaper nowadays is TVs. You have an amazing TV there that you got to watch Wonder Woman 84. But based on the money you
But
spent
not
from then,
Batgirl.
you could get a 100-incher for now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is cheap.
He agrees,
In
okay.
what world is this cheap?
Told you.
Arcane season 2, Ella Purnell be in a live action Arcane now that this
They will never make a live action. Okay, I'll be crazy.
but Ella
That-
Purnell looks like her though.
You're getting
that's
a
Ella
copyrighted
Purnell.
video there.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen her before.
she's in the
Right.
Fallout series.
I only know her voice from.
I
from
think this
Star
is a
Trek.
good casting. I think they should do it. Oh, here we go.
Hey,
James Gunn.
the big man himself, Mr. Genius.
All right. So, Yara Floor, James, I think you need to speak directly to every DC fan about the news that's coming out because every time something is posted, fans freak out and argue with each other. It's time to take us by the hand and tell us. And then James Gunn responds, just remember the golden rule. Don't believe anything regarding DC film and television unless you hear it here.
Don't believe anything.
God damn
from
it! I
Matt.
want that Sergeant
Bro,
Rock.
just-
Please, Gun. Please be real. Please.
Bro, bro.
Please,
Listen,
Luca,
bro.
please.
Ain't nobody gonna believe James, bro. Like, he always say this.
This
shit,
is
you know?
Joe follows, right,
Oh,
Joe?
I
You
want
follow
that
James
Luca.
Gunn's golden rule?
Mhm.
Guys, I've never asked for any of this shit to be true until this Luca stuff.
So you like rumors?
I
Bro,
do. I finally changed my
listen.
tune.
Bro,
Perp only cares about Luca because he knows him. He lives on the second floor. He lives upstairs from Perp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think he's seen him before.
Okay.
Nah,
Well,
but like,
I don't follow the
he's
golden
not-
rule.
he's not gonna-
I
he's
listen to
not-
rumors.
He's not gonna shut down the rumor, bro. He never does, bro. He does.
And
it
like
every-
Grace Randolph said, all you little bitches that run the James Gunn. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
This is
like-
true.
I tweeted it. I clipped it and then I tweeted. I go, James Gunn, is this true?
All the little bitches run
Yeah,
you.
like, bro.
Yeah.
Like James, listen,
Which
listen.
is that clip.
Number
Can you
one
finally
rule-
talk about Degrassi keeps saying this? Can you read this
What?
out loud?
Oh, this
please?
is gonna be a good movie next month. Oh
I
my
was
God.
trying to cover this before.
Is
Okay.
James Gunn going after
All right,
an
let me
Oscar?
present it. So, thank you, Voltaire. All right, Degrassi has been repeating this consistently in a lot of streams, and I honestly don't know if he's trolling or what he's saying this for. But he says, according to him or a source that he has, the Sergeant Rock that is still rumored and isn't confirmed with Daniel Craig is the sad tragedy of 2 gay infantrymen who are forced into a heteronormative domesticity in order to keep
Domestic
their love.
City.
Domesticity, and in order to keep their love for song and dance alive in the European theater during World War II.
So what you're saying is
I thought it was a joke.
that
God damn it!
happened until.
But why did you repeat it so many
I
times?
did
That's why I
say
was
this
like-
is like the most. This is like it's like if AI came up with the most Luca shit for Sergeant Rock.
That would be woke as hell. I would watch it.
I'd watch that. I want
Yes.
that now, Degrassi. You suck.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Larry Korkowitz. Hey, Larry. Listen, send me on X your band stuff again because I want to listen to new music and I appreciate you being your musicianship. And I also
Dillinger, you like Dillinger? I love Dillinger
Hold
Escape
the
Plan. They did
phone
all
here.
that metal shit.
Larry was in Philly last night and didn't even get in touch. What the heck, man?
Yeah, well, it's either you or Dillinger Escape Plan, Joe. What were you doing last night?
I like the beefed up
Why
singer because
not
he always
both?
looked like he was gonna punch someone.
Why not both?
I always rock out. Yeah, Larry, if you want to be on the mic drop more often, let me or Voltaire know.
Dude,
We'd
Dillinger
like to have
Escape
you on
Plan is
Friday
like this
nights.
math. It's like math core. I don't even know what to call it. They're like.
I just saw this.
All I gotta say is Larry respects the majesty of Charles Fox's Short Circuit 2 score.
So
God
Zack
bless him.
Snyder wasn't the
doesn't?
blueprint.
I sent that shit to my brother today.
I've never rocked out to Billy Joel yet, but if I found a cassette tape, I might buy it.
Billy Joel's
All right,
cool.
so this is the Nosferatu teaser.
What?
New teaser.
Why would you play this and not Popeye, asshole?
I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna
Oh.
go through the scenes.
Why didn't you do
just
that
to
for
see-
Popeye?
Is she just? Is this just?
Yeah, she's just gonna cry in front of a building. Big deal, Robert.
Okay. She looks concerned. Nosferatu. There you go.
She looks
Nosferatu trailer in a nutshell.
Hey,
Oh, we're back to
look
the
at this
main
Nosferatu.
theme.
That's in New York City.
Yeah.
Superman.
I've been there.
So I was talking about Nosferatu, and Joe brought up himself.
Dude, be able to look where I was, man. Respect.
Oh,
Respect the DC universe.
Oh, here we go. Here's a clip we can react to.
Forget it.
Because all the critics of James Gunn,
Look at this energy.
he's got some big D
Including
energy.
you?
He's got some big D Chad energy.
Yeah.
Stigma.
Yeah,
Stigma.
more than Feige.
I think
Shut
if
up,
Zack
Max. You know
Snyder
what the
came
fuck you
into tomorrow and said that his universe was continued,
hell did you just
I
say?
think Max would give up on James Gunn like that.
If what? If what?
If Zack Snyder was offered to continue his Zack Snyder DC movies on Netflix or wherever, I think he would give up on James Gunn. Like that.
Actually, no. Now that I'm in and I'm hooked, I want to see it. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see Zack Snyder 2, but if you
There's a second one.
This actually no. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see what Zack Snyder would do too to continue.
No.
But if you're going to put them up against each other at this moment of time, where Zack is the cast of his universe versus the promise of the new casting of James Gunn, and this is going to really blow my mind because you all think I'm a Gunn hater. I would actually prefer James Gunn's vision right now.
Has Zack Snyder ever written a novel? There's a
My
question for you.
indoctrination has worked then. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. No, but I honestly, at this
Yeah,
time,
Zack Snyder.
I'm
too.
more
My
hyped-
brainwashing.
I'm more
has
hyped
paid
to see
dividends.
James Gunn's seeds to what he's doing, like Creature Commandos. I am so against what CJ just saying. I think everyone's going to care about Creature Commandos. I can't wait to see these. These are interesting
I think
characters that
no
I knew
one's gonna
nothing
watch
about.
I don't
And
know, man.
actually,
Did you ever
all
end
the
up seeing
people-
Transformers 1?
I started to watch it.
So you haven't, because you
I
gave me
didn't
a
finish
huge
it.
hoopla how you were so excited to see a Transformers animated thing. You didn't even go to
Yes,
the
and I
theater.
still want to see it. Yes,
But you didn't go
I've
to the
just been
theaters for it.
busy remodeling. Getting new.
You would have gone to
camera,
the
new
theaters for a
lighting.
live action. Would you have gone to the theaters for a live action one? I think you would have.
I didn't do James Gunn hate
You
videos.
wouldn't
I'm
went
saying
to
I
the
would. I
theaters
prefer.
for Michael Bay.
Whatever. We turned him
Transformers
around,
movie.
Bruce. For this is a win for us.
Okay, but now he's directly addressing the criticisms from a lot of Snyder fans that say Superman's going to be jokey, and I that's why I re-X'd this, and I am hip enough
Well,
to
he's
say
supposed to be
re-X.
jokey.
No, but
jokey
but
$5.
I think he responds to that in this video clip, which I did not watch ahead of time. But the title of it says he's going to talk about the tone of
confident. Look at it. No one rests their freaking hand on their chin like James Gunn, man.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the man can do no wrong.
I know that you have other live action
I don't know
shows
who these guys
coming as
are.
well. Is that going to?
If he's going to be on these two guys' show, then why can't he be on ours?
Yeah.
Movie Zine. Okay, Sweden.
Can I take a moment and read this Instagram post by Mid-Level Media?
Yes.
Mid-Level Media says, finally got a chance to check out I Saw the TV Glow over the weekend.
Oh, God.
The movie had
Are you doing a
cool vibe.
CJH right now? We got James Mother effing Gunn.
I'm giving you the good news of Instagram right here.
But you're talking about the
I
TV
gotta show
Glow.
you my TikTok
I am
after.
going to watch the TV Glow. If I watch and review the TV Glow and Challengers, will you guys shut the F up about them?
No.
No.
Okay, well, I'm not.
Well, maybe after the spoiler 3-hour stream we do.
You really, we're going to get to just James Gunn talking about the tone of Superman, and you bring up, someone said the TV Glow was great.
LinkedIn.
On Instagram.
Well, to be fair, I Saw the TV Glow
We
is,
support
is
independent
is a
films
more
here.
important film.
Yeah.
The Superman?
Well, right now, because the year's
Mainstream.
the year's
indie.
coming to an end, and I Saw the TV Glow needs
Good
a
news of
big
Instagram.
awards contenders push. So, yeah, it's a little more important right now. Just 'cause
Thanks,
it's-
Cal. I really appreciate. That's right now. Wait till a year from now. It's going to be 7.83.
We'll put the movie High Life.
That's going to ring any second now.
It's going to take me 50 years to get to
That's from
100K
2018. Never
if
mind.
I get there.
I made a mistake.
All right.
To kind of be the level you want to have them on, or are you going to do different stuff there as well?
Everything's going to be totally different. One of the things I love about
Hell
DC
yeah!
comics is that they've always been able to tell different stories in different ways. They've told stories that were more family-oriented, stories that were more adult-oriented, dark stories, light stories.
Gotham
And I
Academy.
think for us, we just want to tell a bunch of different stories.
Hell
A
yeah!
lot of those different stories are going to be in the DCU. So we have, something that's relatively serious like Superman.
Hell yeah!
He just said Superman
Oh,
is
Senior
relatively
Nerd.
serious.
Senior Nerd
Serious.
just dropped the mic on perp. Senior Nerd.
Oh,
Dude,
finally.
we just had James Gunn
He
confirm
confirmed
to all
that this,
these people that kept saying he's going to do nothing but jokey jokes. He's going to do
Right.
nothing but jokey
I thought
jokes.
you would like this perp
He ju-
because
I'm
based
I'm
on their
literally-
feelings and not facts.
Exactly.
Right? Based
And
on their
he
feelings, they
is
thought he was going to be
absolutely
super.
destroying any narrative any one of you had that he was going to turn this into a jokey joke fart.
I think what's gonna happen is
there's
gonna
not
be
gonna
one
be-
joke. There's gonna be one joke in the movie, and all the Snyder.
There's not going to be a bunch of phallic toys on an island for
are going
Peacemaker to
be
gobble
like,
up in
"See,
Superman. It's
it's
going
a
to be a
jokey
serious
joke."
Superman. Go ahead, CJH.
Oh, yeah, I'm down, Larry. We'll talk about that.
Okay, but I thought that was very interesting that he went out like that and said that.
It gets even more interesting. Watch this, Max. Press play.
Okay.
And then something that's relatively comedic like Peacemaker, all in the same universe.
Well, we knew
No,
Peacemaker was
that's not what I'm talking about. Look what he goes.
Something very adult like Peacemaker, something very family, pretty family friendly like
I don't know
Superman.
Peacemaker being adult.
pretty
for sure.
family friendly. That's like a. He said family friendly, and then he corrected himself.
This
Pretty
screenshot is
family
going to
friendly.
be used for a thumbnail.
I should.
Those videos.
That's a great pause.
But I think it's really interesting that he's doing a family film that's pretty serious, right? Like that's what he's saying. He's like, oh, it's pretty serious, but it's also a family film. That's interesting. So it's not jokey.
They're
He's
not
relying on
bots.
that for
If I
family.
had bots, I'd have a lot more subs, Anthony. Thanks
Man,
a lot.
this guy's on to something.
No, he said
He's on to something.
somewhat family friendly.
Somewhat friendly, but still having a serious tone.
Seriously,
They're going to
and
make
somewhat
one
family
joke,
friendly.
and then
What does that look
everyone's
like?
Gonna freak
what,
out.
what is a movie that you would say is like pretty family friendly? What is the wording again? What is the equivalent of that? A serious
think
family
it's
film.
The
What is that?
Fantastic
Million?
Four is going to be a knee slapper.
This is
But
what I'm
what's
talking
a serious?
about. Why
What's
can't
a
we
serious
not-
family
no,
film?
like,
Can I have an example? I could only think of like Danny Boyle's like
Superman
Millions.
the
That's
movie?
it.
What movie has James Gunn done that's serious?
Guardians of the Galaxy
No, that wasn't serious.
Part 3.
Okay,
Romeo and Juliet.
that wasn't family friendly. Part 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still PG-13, but it's pretty intense.
Father of the Bride.
Part 2.
He did Father of the Bride?
No.
Oh, these are not James Gunn movies.
We're thinking of serious family films
He
that are not
produced
comedies.
or
E.T. Yeah,
wrote-
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Spielberg shit.
But it's I think that to be able to tell different types of stories is
Cool
kind of
Runnings.
what makes things fun. And one of the things
I
that
agree, James.
I've gotten a little sick of is all these stories being relatively the same. And
Oh, that's exactly. He's going to bring my wife back to the movies because she's like, these aren't bad movies. They're just so samey.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has the response to Marvel. Like there are people are like, I've seen this before. She's like, okay, but I've seen something similar before. It doesn't do enough different.
Ask
you
her
know?
what she thinks. We'll say, babe, what about Hulk and Wolverine?
Well, I'm in trouble. I'm not going to call her babe, especially after she came down to the cellar and called me out. I'm like, oh, so did you do that thing you said you were going to do before you streamed again? And I'm like, no, dear, I didn't. And I'm still streaming for like 3 hours.
We got news about the Scarlet Witch movie.
Lion King. The Greatest Showman.
All right.
Yeah, those are
trying
all
to step
serious.
outside of that. We at DC are
I
trying to
guess.
step
Not
outside
comedies,
of
I
that.
mean.
We're different at DC.
Yeah. And then he said, take my hand. Did you see how he ended
Okay.
it? Like,
I
"Take
want to
my
get
hand, man."
Anthony's response to this.
Oh my God! For the 5,000th time, no, Jesus Christ, man!
I didn't even say anything yet.
Fuck
Bro,
does
I
this
could
even mean
literally
meet each
see on
other?
the
There's only
screen,
gonna
bro.
be
Like I'm
one
sick of
blade.
hearing this.
What kind of
fucking rumor.
movies do people think they're gonna make? Like, what do you mean meet each other?
Yeah, bro. Like, damn, bro.
What the hell do you think is gonna happen?
I can't even set up the topic yet.
My
What
time
the
to shine
hell?
hasn't
What do
been
you
right
mean
for the
meet
last
each other,
year or
Max?
so, bro.
What is it? Is this like when Urkel went to Full House? What the fuck does this mean?
Like,
He's supposed to
bro.
be dealing with vampires. How the hell is he gonna run into? Oh, fell into this multiverse. What the fuck?
Like, bro, like, my time hasn't been
Senator!
right like in long ass time, bro. Like, with all due respect, like she hasn't been
What the
right
fuck,
in a long ass
Max?
time.
Is he gonna step into a portal?
I can't even
bro.
present the topic. I want
What
to.
the
from
because
Grace
this
Randolph,
topic
anyway.
is absolutely absurd, ridiculous, and quite frankly, a goddamn farce. Can you introduce it now?
So,
I think majority of people want the nostalgia bait.
yes, CJ, I agree, and I've cured him of his hipster doofus.
Now we have now you
Oh,
fuckers
no,
are asking
no.
Marvel
I still want
not
the
just to make a vampire
indie
movie,
stuff.
but make a vampire movie where it ends where he falls into a freaking multiverse. What the fuck?
But people are tired of
How
the
many Fs are you gonna?
This
Are
is
you?
driving me nuts, Max.
This is driving you nuts that we
Yes.
might have. Okay, according to Comic G, via My Time to Shine Alone, Wesley Snipes' Blade and Mahershala Ali Blade will meet each other in the
Why?
MCU via Secret Wars. Please
God,
don't swearing
Is
and
Blade getting his ass kicked by vampires? I better find another Blade. We need 2 blades. What the fuck, Max?
You just threw in the clip out. I want 2 blades.
I need 2 blades. What's better
What's
than
better
blade?
than 1 blade? 2 blades.
Better find a blade.
What about
And then he-
3
and
blades?
then he
The
goes to meet
TV
Doctor
show
Strange.
Blade.
We are
And
ending
Strange,
after.
can you open a portal
Blade
so I
the
can get
TV
another
show?
blade? These vampires are
All
kicking
right.
my
Well,
ass.
with all your
I'm
with all
60
your
years
outrage,
old, Miss Doctor Strange. I'm a 60-year-old man. I
with
need
all-
another blade. Okay.
2 blades,
And then,
2
yeah, and
furious.
now there's another 60-year-old blade.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
What the fuck? What is
Okay.
going on?
So
This is
3
the dumbest
blades.
deal
rumor
with
I've
it.
ever heard.
Deal
Yeah,
with
I'm
it,
sure-
Burp.
I'm
It's what
sharing
the people
this.
want.
No.
It's what the people want. People want
Sharing
2
this right here.
blades.
So they could fight Hulk and Wolverine?
We
What
want
the
3
fuck is
blades.
this?
Bring
This is
back this
bullshit.
rapper. Bring back
No,
who was
I'm
this
done.
rapper?
Yeah, bring no. Then they get their asses kicked. We need a 3rd blade.
3 blades.
3 blades. Complete.
You
the
know who else
trilogy.
has 3 blades?
And then do it like
Wolverine.
Beetlejuice. Call it Blade. Blade.
Yes. 3
This
blades.
is awful.
No. In
This is the
Secret
worst
Wars.
rumor of all time.
I love it.
But he has to deal with vampires. Why is he going to? Why is he meeting Blade?
Sticky Fingers.
Wait,
Bring in Sticky Fingers and do 3 blades.
We have to do
You want
vampire
4
lord
blades?
dumps. What?
I
We
got
have to
4
worry.
blades.
We don't have
I got
5
4
minutes for
blades.
this.
I'm sharing this.
We don't have 5 minutes for this. We have to do the vampire hierarchy, the lord dumps, all that shit. Where the fuck is he gonna meet Blade?
Share my screen.
Oh my
Degrassi's
God.
right.
Yeah,
Remember when
we
they did
got
3
4
shafts?
blades.
That worked.
Oh my God, you're so right, Degrassi. Damn it.
They did 3 shafts.
All right, now okay. If they bring Sticky Fingers, okay, I'd be down.
Sticky
You
Fingers.
could do 3 blades. You can't do
Sticky
2. That's
Fingers.
wrong.
There's Sticky Finger. Listen, bring up Sticky Fingers against CGH.
Yeah, you
Sticky
could do 3
Fingers,
blades. You can't do 2.
Sticky
That's
Fingers.
disrespectful to
Wait,
Sticky.
but I'm
Fingers are
sharing
no
this
longer
one.
sticky. They're dry because he doesn't have any money. He needs to get sticky.
Well, then
with
get
some
that
lube-
honey, sticky them up again, or whatever you do.
with some money.
3 blades work. 2.
I'm sharing
you're
this
being-
one.
You're being
So it's
ridiculous.
4 blades. 4
Anyone
blades.
that thinks 2 blades can work is lying to themselves. It's obvious it needs to be 3.
Well, I'm okay with that.
I hate everyone.
4 blades.
You guys
All
are
right.
you guys are ruining cinema.
So the
It's
Young
your fault.
Avengers
It is
project.
your fault.
Never
Fuck
gonna get
it.
shared.
It is your
Okay.
fault.
So they're talking about the Young Avengers project becoming a TV series for Disney Plus instead of a movie.
Lord
But the
have
other thing
mercy,
that's being
another
rumored
rumor,
is it's going to be called retitled to Champions.
Okay, yes.
Now,
like-
on Bruce's Kingdom of Nerds, the other comic show today, I found out there is a comic series called Champions. I don't think that's as cool sounding as the Young Avengers. So I don't like this part of the
This
rumor.
makes sense. It's a TV
Bro,
show
like I'm
because
like they're
all
not
the
gonna
other
give
ones
Young
are
Avengers
TV shows.
bro, this is like I'm not. It's
Why?
bro,
Why
it's-
would? In fact, I would go as far as saying the Marvels should have been a streaming thing because you had everything else on streaming.
Okay. But all I'm asking, CJH, is it being
You don't introduce
retitled
these
Champions
characters
does not sound
and
as
then
cool.
You don't introduce these characters on streaming and then expect everyone to go to the movies.
All right. Anthony Perp, I don't like it being called Champions instead of Young Avengers. I
Bro,
like the
I'm
Young
sorry.
Avengers.
With all due respect, like Young Avengers, bro.
Well,
like,
didn't they have a
two-
Marvel's
like
Champions?
two people on here is like over 30, about to be 30 actually.
They're getting too old. They're not
Yeah,
young.
bro, yeah, they're getting too old, bro. Haley's about to be the same age as Scarlett was when she did the first Iron Man movie. Well, the second one. I said.
They had a thing
Oh.
called Marvel
Yeah,
Champions. didn't they?
yeah, like it's in the comic as
What's
well.
that thing in the middle?
That's the Hulkling.
That's
Oh.
Hulk. No,
Oh,
that's
that's
not
from
Hulk.
She-Hulk. I
That's
never got
the
to
Hulk
part.
song.
Shit. Oh my
He's
God.
not even involved in the comics.
No one liked him. Perp.
He's like that's the
See,
I
Hulk
doubt.
song.
I doubt he's coming
I'm
back.
sharing this right
I don't
here.
even think CGH likes Hulkling.
I'm sharing.
not-
I'm
well,
sharing
want
this.
that guy to fight
That's Hulk.
Wolverine.
That's Hulk. That's
Anthony Cheeseman has the answer. Don't call it Champions. Call it Semi-Young Avengers. Actually,
Oh my god.
CGH might be right. Maybe they are
30 is the
changing
new
it to
20
Champions
Avengers.
because they're no longer young. Maybe they have to change it to Champions
I'm
because
sharing this right here.
because Haley Steinfeld's almost 30.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
They called him
literally-
Hellboy.
it's
He looked
literally
40
a
in all
name
those
in the
movies.
It's literally a name in the comics.
Just
They
like
kept
when
calling
they
him
made,
Hellboy. I
just
always
like when
felt
they
that
made the
silly. He
HBO
looked-
series,
I'm
you know,
sharing
Teen
what the
Titans.
You know what would have been
Champions.
great?
They
Hellboy
changed it
gave
to
him a real
Titans
good
instead of Teen
voice.
Titans.
Yeah, it's literally. It's literally
They should have
like the
given Hellboy a little
like
kid
it has the
voice.
comics, like the comics is named Champions. It's like this
Well, that
comic
I mean,
thing.
I don't
Suburban
like the change in
Commando.
the name, but if they have to do it just
It's not
because
a
it
change
doesn't
in the
sound
name.
as
It's
silly
the- there's the
as
actual
Young
Hellboy
Avengers,
looks 40.
because you have 30-year-olds and you're calling them a Young Avengers, maybe it makes more sense to
I
call
think
them
it's time to
Champions.
update and call him Hellman.
Lord
The
have
Hellboy
mercy,
thing
bro.
is weird and creepy at this point. He looks 40 in all those Hellboy movies. He's not
Okay.
a boy. Okay, it's time. Get over it.
You're never getting this shared. What are you sharing?
The Champions.
Okay.
Whoa.
And wait, I got this too.
It's
But no,
been.
Mark,
it's-
Do
it's
you
been-
want a
it's been
modern one?
different.
Christ.
Do you want a modern one? I got this modern one.
Yeah, it's like it's
So
been.
basically,
they're
what you're
trying to
saying,
do.
CGH, is you Google while we're talking about
sharing-
topics.
I'm
You
sharing.
want me to
It's
share your
been
Google
diff-
search.
it's-
Better than
Oh,
RJ that
God.
games and puts up other streams.
Bro, it's literally been different.
Who's
versions
that?
of-
Right here.
I
Who are
don't
these
want
guys?
like a
So
I don't
this
want these losers.
Hulkling.
Oh my
no. I don't want a
Miss
weak
Marvel.
Cyclops. I I like Miss
Well,
Marvel
that's
and
just
Nova.
the art
No,
style.
Bro,
Cyclops.
oh my god.
That's just the art style.
Why Cyclops?
You know.
Okay, bro.
Where's Batgirl?
But
Okay.
regardless, this is what they're
No,
trying to do.
in the comics, there's been different version of them over the years.
Are they in high school?
Yeah. It's just been different. There've
they
been
in
different
high school?
versions of them in the comics.
What are they doing in high school?
Like that's it.
Oh, they're young Avengers. Hulk was a young Avenger.
Oh, look, I
That's it.
retweet my. Look
Nice.
at that.
You finally
Look
do
at that
something.
row.
Good job.
Wow. Woo. Okay, that's it. And you know what? Because of old Perp's outburst, I couldn't get to the mailbag.
So there's a Vision TV
Don't
show
blame
in the
me.
works.
Not
and,
exclusively you.
There's a young Vision too.
Because of all your
They'll
outbursts.
No.
It's 3 hours. I got to get to bed. I got some painting to do. Happy wife, happy life. I want that, you know.
I gotta go to bed too.
Yeah.
I do some
Oh.
questions. Do some
No,
questions.
no, I'm leaving.
Mailbag.
If you do it, I'm leaving.
We'll do 2 questions.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You always just like to drop and leave like that.
Because I'm Batman.
You're Perp Man.
Yeah. All right, one question. Go.
All right. Hold on.
It better be good.
Well, it's CJH.
It better
That's
not.
the pressure's on
Oh,
him.
Bro, he's gonna put questions from
DC's in
3
a
days.
good
I do
Yeah,
one
like
CJH.
3
I got to
times.
do one
You
Jacob
think Marvel's in a bad spot right now? What do you think?
I don't think that's fair.
I'm staying because King wants me to leave. Haha.
I might.
So there's.
I might just.
mailbags.
I might.
And I'm just be making this.
You're
voice
not
all
going
time.
anywhere, Anthony.
Oh my gosh,
Is
bro.
Mar- is
Just hurry
Marvel
up and bring it
Marvel-
up. Oh my gosh.
Do you think James Gunn has a chance to dethrone Marvel? What are your
That's a
thoughts?
great way. That's a great way to mock my members. Thank you, Perp.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I appreciate it.
Bro, just bring up the damn thing. Take
I'm
it-
Spreading it all
trying
over here. I'm
to.
spreading my shit all over here.
Damn.
This one's
Sitting
already
down,
done.
legs open, man spreading.
Wait, which one's this?
All right. Here we go.
Trouble.
All right,
So
we'll
this
do
is the
3.
newer one.
Max, we need to play Xbox, Speedstorm, and Tekken 8. I already did last night. Rational.
One question.
All right. CJH Entertainment Plus. Why doesn't Max play story-driven games? I understand why Joe doesn't, but why doesn't Max? LOL. There's 2 reasons. Time. I don't even get to see all the movies I want to see, and I have a movie talk channel. A lot of these story-driven games take a long time to play. Expense. A lot of
I'm
these
gonna go touch
story-driven
grass.
games are very expensive at the start when they're released. You know? Perp left. They're very expensive, and I like to just get right into the action when I have time. As I get older, I have less and less time in the game. So I want to get immediate
There's some
gratification.
good story games.
There is great. And I applaud them for making those games. I want instant gratification. Like into the action. I don't want to go through menus and watch cutscenes and read dialogue. I just want to play
So
some action
basically,
games.
kind of the same as Joe.
I'm open to story. Like the one that's story driven game that might get me back is Indiana Jones coming out on Game Pass. You know, that might get me back. What about you,
Would you
Anthony? Do you
ever-
like story driven games? Awesome.
It depends on the game though. Like, I just got finished playing the new campaign for Call of Duty, so yeah, you know. I like
Oh,
it.
Sean Hickman
Like
left the chat.
Red Dead.
Yeah. Oh, Red Dead. I've always wanted to get. I just never. The video game question
Last
killed
of
him.
Us.
He's dead. All right. So Sean Hickman, thank you, Sean, for leaving a mailbag question. Did you know Ronald Moore, the creator of Battlestar Galactica, was supposed to be the showrunner for Star Wars Underworld and wrote scripts for it? And Lucas had been in cherry picking things out of it since Disney bought it. I knew about Star Wars Underworld. I didn't know Ronald Moore, the creator of Battlestar Galactica, did that though, because I saw the video of it, and I think the story goes as
Yeah,
George Lucas,
George
this is
had
too
no
expensive to produce.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think I have to try that indie game. All right,
He
we'll do
needs that
one
Disney
more.
money.
We'll do one more from Jacob.
Well, you should do the other mailbag.
No, I
too.
have to work in the morning, and I still gotta paint. Okay, thoughts on Vincent D'Onofrio on Muse? You wouldn't want to be in his company. You would. And this is from Daredevil. the new Daredevil series. You want to stay as far away from Muse as possible. Muse has an appetite that's not fun.
Yeah,
He's
Muse
literally
is a serial killer.
Yeah, he's literally kill people for living.
Yeah.
He probably
Kelly.
would chop your head off in 3 seconds.
So thank you, members. I appreciate the support. This was a wild stream. You guys woke me up. I had some hot tea. It woke me up. I have some stuff to do. I got to get ready for work tomorrow. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday. I hope you have some great food, some great turkey, or if you don't celebrate or whatever, hope you get to enjoy your day off, your time with your family, or see some great movies, play some great games.
Season 2.
I hope you spend a lot of money on Black Friday for me. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you get some good deals. There's some good deals.
We already had our Thanksgiving, but we adapted your Black Friday.
Mm-hmm. And then I probably will be streaming.
We politely line up. We don't go crazy. We don't walk over everyone. We politely line up.
Degrassi says the Indiana Jones game will be the first time I've turned on my Series X in over a year. So that's a win. Xbox coming back.
No,
Xbox, baby. X is where it's at. X gonna give it
There's
to you.
no games on Xbox.
Yeah. Senior Nerd.
There's lots of horror.
What an awful stream. An awful
Senior
stream.
Nerd is
And
a
all
hater.
because of Perp and CGH. Well, you know what, Senior Nerd? You're not a member. So maybe if you were a member for 99 cents, you could get more say about how the show goes.
Yeah.
Thanks for the feedback, man. Great stuff. Oh, Record Store Day. Yes, if anyone likes music, check out Records. Wow.
Do you know when the Blair Witch?
I mean, this members night goes the members' way. Obviously, CGH, Perp, Joe's part of the team. He's not a member, but he's part of the team. So, and Anthony all had some really strong opinions, some out there takes, and drove us off course tonight. And that's how member streams be. Some member streams are smooth, some are not. Are you happy how this member stream went, CJH?
Sure.
Anthony, you've been a member for 33 months. Are you happy how this member stream went?
It was good, I guess, to an extent.
Okay. You've gifted a Joe membership
I
twice.
did see that when every time he does give something, it always goes to Joe.
And then Bruce, I know. Listen, Bruce, we love you, but we know you prefer not to be on member streams. It's chaotic. Yes. We had some interesting things on the stream, and I'm going to end it now.
But chaos is good for Clip.
Oh, wow. Oh, Larry, okay. I really appreciate you supporting the channel this way. If you please send me some music videos to react to, because reactions are coming back. Yeah, and Cal, I appreciate you trying to join.
Did we ever?
Hey, Cal, if you want to be on the mic drop Friday night with me and Voltaire, let us know this Friday.
Did we ever talk about this?
I'm trying to end the show, CJ. And we have someone supporting the channel. So even though you are a member, I'm going to go to that because it really helps us out here.
True. That is fair.
Yes. Okay. Send me your band. Larry is a musician. I really want to hang out. I want him to come to Pittsburgh so I could take him tape hunting and hang out. I want to meet Larry. And he gifted some memberships, 5 memberships to everyone. I really appreciate the support. Let me bring that up. See who received the memberships before we go. Hold on a second. All right. Okay. So Larry Quarkwitz gifted 5 Movie Madness Entertainment memberships. Traybone 408 was gifted a membership. Absolute Geek Podcast was gifted a membership. Inspector Act was gifted a membership. The Widow was gifted a membership. And Cork Driver 44 was gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That really helps, man. I really thank you. Thank you. All right. So CGH does want me to do a watch party for Blair Witch.
But I'm not sure if this version of the movie is getting a digital release.
Okay.
But this is the new Blu-ray, I guess, that they're talking about. It's the original director's version of Blair Witch.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
How it was intended to be released. And I guess for 25 years, they didn't release the correct version.
All right. Interesting.
I think the VHS has the correct version. That might be the only one. But when they re-released it, never did.
All right. Thank you, CJH. So I'll try to work that out with CJH soon. I'm really busy these next few weeks, so I'll try to work it out. Degrassi says that disc is being recalled.
Well, that's good.
Right. And Anthony, what would you like to do on the? What would you like to see on the channel?
I don't know. I mean, maybe you'll do more gameplay or something like.
Do what?
Gameplay, I guess.
Gameplay. You have a PlayStation?
No, I'm talking about like you doing playing games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do need to get more into gaming because RGT 85 is coming on the channel for an interview with me and Rhea.
Maybe you should play the new Indiana Jones when that comes out.
Okay.
That check it out.
But what I was planning to do is get my PlayStation set up and do some members PlayStation parties because it's easier to stream and talk at the same time. If you want to help me with that, Anthony, and be on PlayStation Network with me, voice chat, we could talk about topics and play some games. Dead silence. And I will be on Xbox too. It's just that has to stream the Twitch first before I could put it on the channel.
Not
and CG,
necessarily. You just need a capture card like I do. And learn.
But it's
yes.
The reason I like the PlayStation for streaming content, CJ, it's so easy. It's just a button press.
Yeah.
I don't need to capture anything.
I mean,
that I
you
don't
can set it up. I mean, if you got a laptop, it's an easy setup.
But it's just easier. I will still do content and have parties on my Xbox, but most of it's going to be off live,
What I mean is you could do literally both with OBS.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Cal, I think. F me, I got money too. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon. Probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. See how it goes. But you will see me this week. And be safe and have a great time with your family and friends. And I hope you get good food, watch good content, enjoy video games,
well, not
enjoy some sports. Are you watching any games, Anthony? Are you watching any games?
Harvest
games? Just football and basketball.
Okay.
And baseball.
I'm actually because it was such a great
over now, so the season's
since
over.
it was a great fight. I might just rewatch Tyson versus Jake Paul. I'm just kidding.
My God! Stop.
I don't think I could watch that again.
Hell no, I cannot watch one of the greats go down like that.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Bye. See you later.
Go. Peace.